very good morning. Sanbonani and welcome to it. Your feel-good breakfast show is live, large and in charge. It's a Wednesday morning. Katla Kamaboya reporting for duty. Good morning, Zoe Brown.
Good morning, Kat. Oh, listen, Wednesdays are amazing because I forgot my food lunch bag at home.
That's a first.
It is a first, but you know, here on your feel-good breakfast show, Wednesdays have become all about the food. In fact, this morning we are putting the famous spotlight on 2-minute noodles.
Yeah, a staple.
2-minute noodles. I think when I was a student, I had my fair share of 2-minute noodles.
Didn't we all, right? That was like the first thing you buy when you get your monthly allowance, like as many 2-minute noodles, stack them in that little cupboard.
And you save it for the 22nd
Exactly.
of the month.
You know. Well, you know, noodles that never really take 2 minutes anyway, yet we all have our unique way of making them, you know? Simple month-end diet, or dish, and so we're going to be talking about how we go about making them. Do you have a unique style?
I still, to this day, love my 2-minute noodles, but I do it without the spices. So I just eat the noodles on its own, and then I add my veggies. So I make stir-fry with 2-minute noodles.
Okay.
So I add
the veggies kind of color it in terms of flavor.
And soy sauce.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So I just use the noodle.
So then what do you do with the little packets of spice?
I have so many packets of spice.
You could start a little wholesale business there on the side for people who need general spice.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. How do you do your noodles?
I do it, I think, the way it's actually meant to be done. I crunch them in the pack, right? Then into the bowl, then spice all over, and then water until it just covers the top of the top noodle. It's got to be just on top of the top noodle. Put it in the microwave. 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Let it do its thing. Noodles.
And then what you find is that little leftover flavored water, get a little piece of bread, dip it in there. Smell beautiful.
You're making me hungry now.
And you've forgotten your food. It's going to be a long morning. Anyway, let's find out. Graham, how do you make your 2-minute noodles?
First of all, Zoe, I'm expecting you tomorrow to come with a packet filled with spices, just for me, okay? You're going to bring all those spices, and I'm going to eat them all, because it's all about the spice, man. You've got to have the flavor. A lot of people are calling them ramen. It's not ramen, it's 2-minute noodles, guys, okay? And we're going to love it, every second of it. I didn't think this was going to be that spicy today, but I have a feeling this is going to divide us, because I make my noodles completely different to both of you. I don't know about this leaving the spice out nonsense. You've got to cook them first, take out all the water, then add the spice, so you get maximum value extraction from your flavor. I have a feeling the country is going to be divided. The world might be split in two with this one. Let us know. How do you cook your 2-minute noodles? Are they even 2-minute noodles or 2-minute 30 noodles like Kat, or 5-minute noodles? It's up to you. We cannot wait to connect with you and keep this conversation going throughout the entire show. And of course, you can drop us a voice note 063-408-8863. Anything that sparks your interest on the show today, let us know. Let's talk about it on our social media platforms as well. So let's give you a couple of talking points, in fact, to get us started, and then I'll delve into the sport. But Kat is standing by with those news headlines.
A very interesting morning awaits us, but the time is just now gone 3 minutes past 6. Let's take a look at the news headlines. On the national news front, a large part of the eThekwini metro in KZN was without power last night after a huge explosion at the Klaarwater substation in Pinetown. Now, the explosion occurred at approximately 9 o'clock last night and caused power outages in about half of the northern, western and southern parts of the city. Videos show a big explosion in the distance before surrounding areas were plunged into sudden darkness. Now, the municipality describes the substation as a key supply point for Eskom. Metro technicians were attending to the problem. Meanwhile, the Cape Town Metro Council says the upgrade to the Zandvliet water treatment plant in Khayelitsha will improve water quality and make sustainable water available to large areas. The upgrade, costing some 1.9 billion rand, is more than 80% complete. Membrane filters that will improve the purification process have been installed at a cost of some 95 million rand. The mayor, Jordan Hill-Lewis, says the highly technical plant will purify much larger quantities of water in some of the poorest communities in the Cape Town Metro. On the international news front this morning, Angolan President João Lourenço on Monday had a telephone conversation with President Volodymyr Zelensky to discuss the conflict in Ukraine. Now, the military conflict in which Ukraine has been involved since February was the topic discussed, the Angolan presidency said. The Ukrainian president said they discussed important issues of cooperation within the United Nations. The two leaders also talked about Monday's missile attacks by Russia on Ukraine. Zelensky has been reaching out to African leaders to consolidate diplomatic support against Russia's invasion of his country. And leaders of the G7 group of rich nations have said they will back Ukraine for as long as it takes. This after Monday's major Russian missile strikes. The leaders said they would continue supplying military and humanitarian aid to Ukraine. NATO also said it would stand with Ukraine for as long as necessary. At least 19 people died and scores were wounded as Russian missiles hit regions across Ukraine, including central Kiev on Monday. Strikes continued into yesterday and civilians were advised to remain in air raid shelters. And finally, South Africa's international superstar soprano Priti Yende has been honoured in a very special way. The French Minister of Culture, Ms. Rima Abdul-Malak, yesterday afternoon awarded the insignia of Officer of Arts and Letters to Yende. The award was established in 1957 in recognition of significant contributions to the arts and literature. Now, Yende is currently performing in the Magic Flute at the Paris Opera, where she plays the role of Pamin. In 2019, she was also awarded the Order of the Star of Italy, and in 2013, SA's Silver Order of Ikamanga. An elated Yende responded on social media saying, quote, "I'm in awe and utter gratitude for such a prestigious honor of France's Minister of Culture, Rima Abdul-Malak. Merci. I feel extremely honored and humbled by such a prestigious decoration." Now, incidentally, but most fittingly, South Africa's Rose of the Month has been named, and you've guessed it, Priti Yende. And it's described as a rose that, like its namesake, is a strong performer with classically shaped buff apricot yellow flowers, a moderate fragrance, and a super healthy foliage. Well, we send our heartfelt congratulations to Priti Yende. She's been one of our Expresso extended family members, and we are so, so proud of her. Well, on that note of celebration, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here comes Graham.
Thanks, Kat. Well, seeing as I'll never be able to hit that note, let's start with a different one, the worst kind. In fact, as we kick off with cricket, India completed a come-from-behind 2-1 ODI series victory over the Proteas after winning the third game by a comfortable 7 wickets in what was a very forgettable performance for the tourists. They were bowled out, in fact, for just 99 as Kuldeep Yadav took 4 for 18. And in fact, it was the lowest total ever against India in a 50-over game and the 4th lowest overall, so not a shining day. The hosts were never really troubled in their reply and cruised to their winning targets in just 19.1 overs as Shubnam Gill top scored with 49. Then high-stakes football last night on the biggest stage. Chelsea moved to the top of their group. That was after comfortably breezing past a 10-man Milan. Fikayo Tomori's reunion with his former club lasted just 18 minutes as he saw red for hauling down Mason Mount inside the box. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang also scored the second to give the Blues a 4th win on the trot. And fellow English outfit Man City, they were held to a draw, 0-0 in fact, by FC Copenhagen, while Real Madrid, they were also held to a 1-1 draw against Shakhtar Donetsk, thanks to a late equaliser from Antonio Rudiger. And the shock of the night has to be Israeli side Maccabi Haifa beating Juventus 2-0. The Italian side's hopes of a place in the knockout rounds now in serious jeopardy as they find themselves 4 points behind 3rd place with PSG and Benfica to come in their final 2 games. Pretty tough ask. Then on to rugby. Now, the chief executive of the 2023 Rugby World Cup, Claude Acha, was removed from his position by tournament organisers after he was suspended in August by France's sports minister due to, quote, alarming managerial practices. So a preliminary investigation into Acha's management style found evidence of a, again, quote, deep social malaise within the organisation, and Acha's suspension was then prompted by the preliminary findings of a Labour Inspectorate investigation, which was launched at the end of June after an article in the sports daily, the L'Equipe, accused him of management by terror. We'll certainly watch who is going to be taking over the reins at a vitally important time. Then we finally turn to golf. The 2021 Masters winner, Hideki Matsuyama, said that he was fully committed to playing on the US PGA Tour as he prepares to defend his title at this week's Zozo Championships in his native Japan. So several top stars, including 2-time major winner Dustin Johnson and British Open champion Cameron Smith have all defected from the US PGA Tour to the Saudi-backed Live Golf, which of course offers some huge prize purses. The PGA Tour has banned Live golfers from competing in their events. And the world number 19, Matsuyama, said he had no intention of joining the Rebel circuit, certainly not yet. Well, that's where we leave our sport for now. It's a brand new day, which means a brand new roster on the weather front. Let's find out what we have in store.
Thanks, G-Man, and let's get into some environmental news. And this morning's report concerns COP27 and climate change. Egypt, which is hosting this year's COP27 UN Climate Summit next month, has warned the UK not to backtrack on the global climate agenda. This follows media reports that Prime Minister Liz Truss has told King Charles not to attend. The UK hosted the COP26 UN Climate Conference last November in Glasgow. Egypt says it's disappointed that the British King, a passionate environmentalist, will not be attending. The former PM, Boris Johnson, made the UK achieving net zero by 2050 a key government policy. But Truss has since lifted a ban on fracking in England and has signalled that she may cancel a host of other green regulations in the UK. While we turn our attention away from climate change to your sunrise views, kicking us off here back home is Fazia Tobias from Tropica, sharing this glorious photo of her morning sky. Look at that sun beaming through the fluffy clouds. Then Elmarie van der Merwe captured this burst of light brightening up the sky this morning. This photo was snapped in Randburg. Niklaas Meyer shared his view of the sun peeking over the hills, over the houses in Hartenbos. What stunning views. Diane van der Hoven snapped this photo of orange-infused light enjoying her cup of hot chocolate. This photo was in Howick. And last but not least, we have Trevor Viljoen from the Bluff. This one lighting up the sky with breathtaking fairy red hues over the horizon. What a perfect way to start off your day. If you want to share your sunrise view with us, you can simply send a WhatsApp to 063 408 8863. Well, quickly, let's get into those temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 15, a high of 33 for today. Very hot conditions in Mbombela, 18 with a high of 36. Pretoria, 17, 32. Johannesburg, 17 with a high of 30. Mahikeng, 18, 32. Klerksdorp, 16, reaching a high of 34. Kimberley, your low is 18, your high is 35. Bloemfontein, 14 with a high of 33. Richards Bay, 21, reaching a high of 29. Pietermaritzburg, 18, 31. Durban, 21, reaching a high of 25. Mthatha, 16, with a high of 29. Cloudy conditions for East London, 21 with a high of 25. Cradock, 17, reaching a high of 33. Gqeberha, your low is 20, your high 22. George, 15, 24. If you're in Cape Town, 16 is your low, 21 your high. Worcester, 15, 32. If you're in Sutherland, 13 is your low, 29 your high. And very hot conditions for Uppington, a low of 21 and a high of 38 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where I leave your weather for now. We'll have another update shortly after 7.
Beautiful stuff, beautiful day. Okay, really hot in some places, so just please be careful out there. But we want to make the most of the warm weather and maybe plan a little Locust summer road trip.
How about it? Well, every weekend we do wonder what to do, where to go, what to eat. So why not choose a truly priceless experience at one of the many award-winning estates in Stellenbosch or in Franschhoek, maybe in the Constantia Wine Valley. I mean, I'm talking wine tastings, wine pairings, breathtaking views, phenomenal food, and plenty of history and culture to indulge in. And in fact, Time magazine has even voted Franschhoek as one of the world's top 50 greatest places to visit. And we're lucky enough to have it right here to enjoy.
Do you know, it's so romantic. Every time I've taken Lindsay there, every time, and this was pre us getting engaged and married, everywhere we went, guys were like, good luck with the proposal. It's just, honestly, it's the kind of place where you could literally park on the side of the road and drop down on one knee and propose, and it would be beautiful because it is that magical. And we've got it, as Kat said, right on our doorstep. So please, first stop, go and visit priceless.com/travel in South Africa, and please do it today. Then go and choose from any of these amazing experiences that tickle your fancy with the added benefit that MasterCard holders get discount offers as well.
Absolutely. All the offers are valid until the 31st of December, so you've got plenty of time to treat yourself and perhaps even plan a full getaway for the whole family, because you deserve it. Treat yourself.
You deserve it, man.
Revlon color stay matte like crayon. Play it up. Bold matte color goes on as easy as a crayon. Feels barely there. Super soft, 12 rocket poppin' shades. New Revlon color stay matte like crayon. Wanna play?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's a Wednesday morning, and this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. Right now, I have the privilege of hanging out with Cape Town-based pop dance sensation Niétske, who's released her single, or second single, called Only For You. And this is a strong follow-up to her debut, Deja Vu, and shows that her future only gets brighter with every new release. And here's a taste of that new single. Have a listen.
You can be an artist, I can be a muse. Paint me brighter when I'm feeling blue. You can flatter me with your insanity of being a daydream fantasy. Only for you, only for you, only for you, you. Only for you, only for you, only for you.
How's your neck right now? Because mine is here. It's here. It's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Niétske in the house! Celebrate! You learned. It's great to have you with us. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
Excellent. Are you usually a morning person?
I think so.
Yeah?
Well, let's hope so.
Listen, the new song sounds very, very cool, very catchy. It already had my head bopping up and down. And so congratulations, first of all, on that. And the first question I actually had when I saw the title of the song, Only For You, which I think a lot of fans might have, is who is the you?
No, you. No, you. No.
Okay, but tell me about the inspiration, because I mean, obviously, as a singer and a songwriter, there's a little bit of yourself that goes into the music and into the writing process. Who did you work with, first of all, when you came to writing Only For You?
Carl Peterson.
Yeah.
Carl Peterson is my producer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he helped me in writing the song. So.
And when you were putting the lyrics together, right? What was inspiring you? What were you thinking about and hoping that you would be able to capture when you perform the song?
The inspiration behind the song, I was part of Sing on Lane. I don't know if you know
Sing on Lane.
Yes.
Okay.
So
right.
my mentor was Germán Gildenhuys, and he had an online video workshop, I think, with Johan Oberholzer, one of the best songwriters.
These are some pretty big names in the music industry.
As I know.
Yeah.
So, and Johan's advice was to songwriters was write something either with a statement or a question, something that people can relate to.
Yes.
Or could feel connected to. And at that stage in my life, I was actually spending a lot of time with someone, a specific someone.
Okay.
And that actually made me question myself and the situation that I was in, and that's where it started. But how do you know it's real? yeah, so I was just trying to get a little bit creative with the chorus as well, with the artist and the muse, like somebody that's just uplifting your mood, someone that's making you feel better.
Yeah, and that's completely relatable because we all have had someone like that
Yes.
in our lives at some point. And so far, how is the song being received? What are people saying to you about it?
Well, it's actually really amazing that it's doing much better than my first single. So it's just crazy.
That is super encouraging, and I hope that kind of, puts a fire in you to just continue growing. Yeah?
Definitely.
And when you think about the future of your music career, where do you want to see it, let's say, lead up in the next 6 months to a year? Where would you love to see it go?
I would just like to do much more. I would want to be able to write more, maybe meet a few artists that can help with a few.
I absolutely love that, because that's also one of my... Is that in the music video? Who do you have with you there?
Niels van Jaarsveld.
Niels van Jaarsveld, the iconic Niels van Jaarsveld. What was it like working with him? I mean, we generally know him as a very light-hearted, humorous kind of guy. What was it like working with him? I mean, he's a brilliant actor.
He was very comfortable working with. It was really, really fun. At some point, I was doubting myself, but he was just like, no, you can do it. So, yeah, it was really nice.
Did he make any jokes on set?
We did, actually, and it was fun. But, yeah, he's a very, very natural, down-to-earth person, which made me very comfortable.
Absolutely stunning. But the question that I wanted to ask is, you were talking about some of the artists and maybe the producers that you want to meet and work with. Who are some of those people that you would love to collaborate with?
I would really love to work with Elandre.
Yes.
I've heard a few of his songs.
Elandre.
Very, very good.
Did I stem?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay, yes.
So, yeah, that's someone I look forward to meeting. Maybe one day. Taryn Lamb, maybe a few.
You know, Taryn is a very good friend of ours. She's been on the show quite a number of times. So
Is it?
Put in a good word there.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely. But congratulations on all of the success so far. And I hope that you enjoy this journey in music. It's a beautiful thing when, it's so beautifully received and you're able to just express yourself creatively and people connect with that. So looking forward to your performance as well.
Thank you very much.
Make sure that you don't miss out on that. Your Feel Good Breakfast show will be decorated with the lovely sounds of Niétske on this Wednesday morning.
Proudly South African and grown with kindness so that it tastes even sweeter. And we are celebrating the bakers and the cooks who make delicious dishes with kindness. It's all about the love. And this classic sweet coconut ice recipe is a great way to get the kids involved so you can make even sweeter memories. But there are food colorings involved, so just be careful when the kids step in. So we've got our gloves and we have got our coconut and we are ready to rock and roll.
Yes, so we've got our desiccated coconut here, we've got our icing sugar, and of course we are using our Hewlett's icing sugar, and it's a really easy recipe. So we are going to mix the two together. I'm adding our coconut into, well, our icing sugar into our coconut over here.
I love this. This is like a staple from my childhood. Whenever there was like a school fete or something like that, it was either Rice Krispie treats or coconut ice. We absolutely love it. And I think perfect for this Hewlett's icing sugar. It's light. It's got a beautiful powdery texture. Perfect for frosting cakes or dusting over baked goods. For a subtle sweetness and a delicate decoration. It is that perfect final touch. Also perfect for sweetening whipped cream, for making creamy desserts, or using in recipes that require a very fine crumb texture as well. Obviously, it's high dissolvability. I don't know if that's a real term. Makes it ideal for creating this because we want this to be sweet. It's an indulgence, okay? It's going to be packed with flavor, so we don't want to hold back. But I understand here the key thing is we've got to create 2 batches, hey?
We are going to create 2 batches. So what I've added now is our tin of condensed milk and a little bit of almond essence.
Ooh.
We're mixing this together, and this is now where the elbow grease comes in because you want to make sure it is properly mixed. And then we're going to separate them into 2 because coconut ice is known for its 2 colors.
Yeah, you've got to have the two-tone effect, yeah.
The top color and the bottom color. Naturally, the bottom color is usually the plain or without coloring. And then we're going to add, I feel like you have got strong
I'm going to do it. I'm there for you.
A good mix for
Just
me?
turn it through. Cool. Well, this in itself is starting to look delicious, and my son would already be, well, both my kids would be like, oh, I just want a little taste.
You need to get in there, Gina.
But they would trick me and tell me, like, no, we're going to stir for a little bit, and then I'd turn around and they'd just be sitting, chowing and eating it down.
Listen, this is delicious on its own. So you can give about half of that in here.
Okay, I'm just going to give you some of that.
We're going to
Keep
make
mixing
sure it's
through, yeah.
beautifully mixed.
There we go. Scrape
Of
that
course,
off there.
with this, you will use your time to make sure everything's mixed properly.
And I suppose you could maybe keep a little condensed milk in reserve if you want to add a bit more moisture to it.
You add your food coloring.
Yummy. Oh, how beautiful.
And that's where we get our pink layer.
Okay, and bearing in mind, it's not quite Play-Doh, so if your kids are going to get stuck in, the gloves are probably a really good idea. Oh, that's starting to look amazing.
So you're going to put the first layer into our lined tray and just push it down. We've got some gloves here if you want to get your hands not dirty.
You'll keep mixing through.
And you can play around with the colors. I mean, coconut ice is iconic for being pink and white, but I mean, I've seen some green and white.
Yeah, I was going to say,
blue and
yeah.
white.
Have a little bit of fun. So, it's just depending on how many other mixing bowls you have, really. And then you can play around, have some fun, decorate. It is, and I think if you end up with a bit of an ombre effect, it's not the end of the world.
Not the end of the world. It's all about having fun.
Yeah, exactly. If your colours start to mix, even if you can't even get the gloves on. It's fine, there we go. Okay.
So you're going to put that in.
Okay, we could have obviously gone a little bit further with our mixing, but for the sake of TV...
Give it a good press. I might actually steal some of these and
take
just
some
see
more
if
of
I
that.
can lighten it up for us.
I've got an apple here. Ooh. It's going to be so nice. And yeah, I would make twice as much as you think you need, because by the time everyone's done their first taste and you've gone through all of your tasting, you will have none left. So make as much as you can.
And if you're wondering, if you want those Michelle Obama arms, this is a great recipe.
I suppose your focus has been on the legs. I tell you what, Zoe, we'll keep one of these for after the race on Sunday. When you need that little sugar kick, a little bit, how beautiful does that look?
Here we go. So we're going to place our coconut ice once it's all layered out and ready and flattened, neatly spread out. You want to clean the spoon there.
Nothing gets wasted.
Just pop it into the fridge for about 2 hours, take it out, cut it into slices, and your coconut ice is ready. Of course, we will...
Yeah, we will spread it out, and there we go. So I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to use my right as baker to have a little bit of a taste. I absolutely love...
We went for the fancy version here, but that's how I know coconut ice.
Yeah, no, the more rustic is probably our vibe. I'm going to give it a go.
You're having coconut ice for breakfast. I'm going to join you here.
This is what we do for breakfast on the show, because we can, really. Cheers, Zoe. Here's to your amazing race, girl.
Thank you.
Yay, I know a
if
little bit
Coach
later.
would approve for sugar for breakfast.
No, but like I say, you can put back in that energy. I know your team is coming today, so good luck to them as well. We'll reward them with one of these.
This is good. Well balanced, not too sweet.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing about the Hewlett's icing sugar. It just really brings it all together.
And that almond essence has given it almost a bit of a marzipan kind of a vibe, which I absolutely adore. This is beautiful. You can get this recipe, this delicious recipe, on expressoshow.com. Go and make it today.
Tropica is back with the best of the best in the All-Star Season 10 of Tropica Island of Treasure. All the stars will be competing to win big, and so can you. Simply buy a Tropica promo pack, follow the details, and enter for a chance to win your share of thousands of smooth prizes.
The more you buy, the more chances you stand to win.
Catch the All-Star Season of Tropica Island of Treasure on Saturdays at 6:30 on SABC3.
Tropica, nothing smoother.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. And global sports brand Adidas, they are currently on a journey with 11 women, and that includes myself, to help us achieve the seemingly impossible, and that is to conquer our very first marathon. That's 42.2 kilometers. It is the big day, and it's almost here this coming Sunday, and we are all taking part in the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon on Sunday. And if you're not sure what this journey's all been about, take a look. It's been a beautiful journey. We've had a lot of blisters, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, and I'm joined by two of my fellow running sisters, Tracy and Kazi, known as Kazi, as well as Lisa Elish, Senior Brand Activations Manager for Adidas. Ladies, it's so great to have you here.
Thank you for having us.
Race day is a few days away, and Trace, I'm going to start off with you. What have you found to be your biggest challenge so far on this week-long journey, like these last few weeks?
It's not funny, but keeping my mental health in check. Just making sure what Tom was telling us, to just let go of anything that we have no control over and put your focus on what I do have control over, which is staying positive and looking after my body and my nutrition, and just surrounding myself with my support group. You ladies.
Yeah, and the support group's been incredible. Kazi, what for you has been the biggest challenge? I mean, it's been 14 weeks of hard training, of discipline to get us here, a few days away from race day.
Yeah, so for me, the biggest challenge has been kind of managing my work with training and the running together. Especially when I do travel, I tend to travel to places where there's extreme weather conditions, either too hot or too cold. And at the end of the day, you still need to sneak in a workout or a run. So that's been a challenge. But I mean, the group, as Tracy said, it's very supportive and it's very motivating. So
it has been motivating, and of course, Coach Kathleen has also been sending the group messages saying, "Can someone please give Zoe some support? She hasn't been running the last few days." But life happens and the schedules are crazy. But Lisa, I know from a brand's perspective, Adidas have a big weekend coming up with the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon. From a brand's point, what can we expect at the marathon and leading up to the marathon? Because it's a whole weekend.
It is, and I can't believe we're only a few days away. Incredibly proud to be partnering with the Sanlam Cape Town Marathon on their quest to become Africa's first Abbott's World Major. So globally, Adidas partner with the Berlin and the Boston Marathon, and we'll make sure to bring that level of product and expertise to Cape Town Marathon this weekend. As a technical sponsor, we'll make sure that the athletes have the right gear. So all participants for the marathon and the trail will receive a race event tee that they will get at registration. And we'll also have an exciting range of product from trail to road running at our expo stand, which you can also have customized. Ooh. So really come and visit us from Thursday to Saturday at the Cape Town Stadium. And then on race day itself, we've got cheer zones. So I know you girls are going to need the vibe and you're going to need as many people cheering you on. On Saturday for the 5 and the 10K peace run along the Sea Point Promenade, we'll be there in full force cheering you on. And then on Sunday, so look out for us, on Long Street at the 33-kilometer mark, so just 9 kilometers to go, we'll be there as well, cheering you on.
Oh, well, I will definitely know when we've hit the 33-kilometer mark because that's the furthest I've run. And our coach, Coach Kathleen, always says that the marathon only starts at 32 kilometers in, mentally. Now, ladies, it's been a big journey and there are quite a few people also running the marathon for the very first time. It's our first time doing it. Any words of advice you, Tracy, would love to perhaps leave someone that's also embarking on their first marathon?
I would say rather go out there and enjoy yourself. Don't really necessarily go for time, but just get out there and just have fun and just keep your focus. Don't lose track.
Oh, that's beautiful. And Kazi, I mean, Coach Kathleen has given us quite a few truth bombs and pearls of wisdom. Anything that you're going to be, in fact, I know we'll take all of her wisdom with us on this race, but something you would love to share with our viewers?
Yeah, so for me, one thing that I've really learned from Coach is the power of preparation, and that it doesn't only mean that you prepare the night before, but long before that, like how you eat, how you sleep, and the way in which you train. So preparation has been a big one for me, and I'm taking it like beyond this.
Yes, yeah. It's been incredible. I mean, this has been the Beyond My Impossible journey. You can follow that hashtag Beyond My Impossible because Adidas have really made this so incredible for all of us to be able to achieve this dream, this goal that we've had to do our very first marathon. And it's been a grueling, hard 14 weeks, but the final week is here. And Tracy, Kazi, I'm so excited to join the two of you, along with, I'm trying to do the maths in my head, the other 8 ladies, as we kickstart this journey this weekend. And Lisa, thank you to you and the Adidas brand for spearheading this. It's really been an incredible journey. So do make sure you follow at Adidas on social media to keep up with everything. And I'm just going to say good luck to all of the ladies. We have a way of saying good luck when we're on a run and we run past each other. Should we just do our little war cry? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Well done.
You should try that. Next time you go on a run, just like go. And then you hear it all around. Yeah, very inspiring campaign. Well done, Zoe and team. And I hope it makes you feel extra motivated to really step up your fitness game too. And there are so many benefits to a home workout. It's an easier way to incorporate training into your everyday life and also allows you to concentrate more intensively on your own body while you're putting it through its paces with the right kind of way of moving around. Now we've got personal trainer Sir Lance, who joins me this morning here to show us how to step up our game with a home workout. And it's the perfect time to actually start doing it right now because summer has just landed.
Literally.
So you want to get yourself fit, you want to put yourself through the paces to look like you, basically.
Thank you, but you also look good underneath the hood there.
Yeah. Under the hood, you got to get it open first. But anyway, you're going to put us through our paces. The first thing we're going to do is a warm-up.
Yes, a warm-up is important simply because your muscles need to be loose enough for it, yeah? So we're going to start with something very simple. Cool. You're going to give me some neck rotations. You're going to be my demo guy, yeah? So these neck rotations are good because when you're sleeping and you wake up, you got to do something slightly to loosen up their body. And relax. You're going to give me some arm swings.
Arm swings.
Arm swings.
Hopefully you're doing this at home as well, just to get the muscles all warmed up.
And what I'm going to ask you to do is do a self-hug. Now, a self-hug is important. This helps you become a better hugger in life. I tell you, try this. I'm sure it's going to work out well.
There are people who are terrible huggers out there.
Okay, then we go to the top.
You know yourselves.
To the top. Yep.
Right, so just want to get those triceps nice and loose.
Stretched. Yep.
And then what we're going to do now, you're going to twist left and right for me, because when you're sleeping, we might have bad pattern sleeping. So it's just good to loosen up that lower back.
We were actually talking about back health yesterday, so this is right in that alley.
Perfect. Just one more for me, yeah?
Yep.
And stop. And then we're going to go quad pulls, because, you know, I've been having banter this week that my quads need to grow for December.
Oh, really?
So it's good to stretch the quads, because we're going to get some squats in it.
Do you sleep on leg day?
It's TV. And relax.
All right.
Gonna go feet shoulder width apart.
Yep.
Reaching for the toes.
Yep.
Now, if you push your knees back and you feel a burning sensation on your hamstrings.
There it is.
Yep. Perfect. And then you're gonna sit into a tiny little squat for me, soft knees.
Yep. Oh.
And up standing.
Whoa. Okay, good.
Now, we got 6 movements that we're gonna do today.
Good.
Before we get started, we got a handshake.
Oh, here we go.
Let's go, yeah?
Let's go. All right.
First movement we got is high knees. This is gonna help our legs, our core, and your cardiovascular fitness. So I'm gonna ask you to do for me, bring your knees towards the chest, keep your chest up, and move your arms as fast as you can. So you're just gonna go for like 20 seconds over here to get your heart rate up. You're looking good. And then stop. I don't want to take all of you. Okay.
Wait, oh, I thought we were actually doing this.
I'm just gonna demonstrate. Then you're gonna give me squat jumps. So soft knees coming down into a squat, full extension of the legs, coming nice and low, and relax. That's our second movement. Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Third move you're gonna give me, you're gonna go down to the floor. This is for that lower back we're talking about, right? You're gonna lie on your chest.
Yes.
He's a Superman or Superwoman.
Okay.
Flat to the floor. You're gonna push your chest off the floor, thighs off, come back down.
And that's your legs as well, hey?
And the legs, yep. So do you feel that tightness?
Yeah,
I want you to keep that tension. Give me one more rep and relax. We're gonna come onto your back. Yeah, I'm just demonstrating the first 6 movements. Okay. I'm gonna let you do it. We're gonna go for sit-ups.
Okay, cool.
So what I want you to do, you're gonna put your chin on chest.
Chin on the chest?
Yep. So bring your shoulders off the floor, squeeze your tummy, control your body weight coming up towards the kneecaps.
Okay, so your hands definitely help with that momentum.
Exactly.
It's okay to have that. Chin on chest is important.
Yes.
Boom.
And you can see your feet are moving slightly forward. So what I want you to do is, you're gonna plant your heels flat to the floor and toes facing up to the ceiling. It's just gonna allow your core to be a bit more tighter.
Okay.
Okay, give me one more rep.
Pa.
There we go.
Oh, good.
And relax.
Yes.
And come up. Guys, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go into glute bridges.
Glute bridges, okay, let's go.
Okay, again, lower back, flat on your back. What you're gonna do for me, hands on the side.
Yep.
You're gonna push the hips to the ceiling.
Squeeze the bum.
Squeeze the bum, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Come back down, flat to the floor, and then coming up again to the top.
So what are we gaining from this in terms of strength?
So the sweet thing about this is all booty work, right? So we want tight booties when we hit the beach. All male and females can get good butts, you know what I'm saying?
All righty there.
And relax, okay. Last movement we're gonna have is a plank.
Okay.
Now the plank is good to have good core stability in everything that we do when
and
you're
we know
picking
how
up
important
stuff.
that is for your back, eh?
Yes, so he's going for the hard one. We're gonna let him do the hard one, and I'll show you an alternative version of it. So palms are just under the shoulders, and you're just gonna hold that for 30 to 20 seconds, depending how your core is.
Why is this the hard one?
This is the hard one because all your weight is on your elbows.
Yeah.
Right, so that means it puts a lot more tension in your lower back and core. Where I am here, my shoulders are the ones that are holding my body weight up.
So usually you want to hold this for about a minute.
About a minute would be good, yeah.
And that kind of it also provides you with a little bit of kind of rest, right? So you've gone through all of those movements.
Yep.
And this gives you a little bit of time to rest.
Yeah, I'm just letting him hold it a little bit longer because he looks in that position. And relax. Yeah, so what we're looking to do here is get 20 reps for our high knees. Okay, so I'm gonna get you back on your feet, and now you're kind of gonna give me the full thing.
1 second, can I just
have a drink? I think it's well deserved.
Yeah.
Straight. So what we're looking at doing is being able to move. The first battle is, can we get the workout to begin with? And not everyone's able to get that. And if you're in the comfort of your own home, you can do these movements by yourself, and your mind and body are just going to benefit from it.
Absolutely. And of course, wherever you are, whether you're working out at home or outside, maybe in the gym, staying hydrated is very, very important, even with the home workouts. Of course, Energate Zero is a fantastic beverage for you to have or to have with you, especially when you are feeling very, very active. It replenishes your electrolytes, it keeps you hydrated, and of course contains zero sugar, which is what you want as well. So, are we going to go through this very quickly together?
We're going to go through. All right,
together, right?
High knees. Totally. I got you. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And squat jumps. Let's go. Straight to it. 1. We're going to go 5, 2, 3, 4. One more. 5. Superman. Let's go. We're going to fly. There's also Superwomen's in this, just so you know. 1 more. That's it. On your back. 5 sit-ups. Let's go. You got to catch up, dude. Come on. There we go. 2, 3. He looks good. Smile. 4. 1 more. 5. Glute bridges. Hips to the ceiling, 5 reps. Yeah. Yep, 1, that's good. 2, 3, 4, 1 more. 5, that's good. Give me that plank. All right, so I'm gonna make it harder for you. I just want you to reach forward, yeah? Oh. There we go, hold it there. And because we're so cool, you're gonna give me a high five. And hold it there. So that's pretty much it, folks. Get that workout in.
All day.
All day long.
All day.
All day long.
All right. All right.
Amazing guy.
All right. We are still alive, hey? Yeah, we are. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of a chill pill. Catch my breath. Of course, step up your game with Energade Zero. Zero compromise on taste and performance. And remember that you can stand a chance to win 2,000 Rand cash and a hamper weekly when you step up your game with Energade Zero. Simply reply to the competition post that is on our Expresso Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram page and tell us what is your favorite Energade Zero flavor and why. Don't forget to include that hashtag #StepUpYourGame in your answer and to also tag @EnergadeSA if you're entering on Instagram and @Energade if you're entering on Facebook. The competition closes at midday on Friday, the 14th of October, and T's and C's can be found on ExpressoShow.com. That was real, man.
Sounds rude. You got it.
Nice one.
Got it.
How many excuses you're going to make?
0.
That's also the amount of sugar in the new Energade Zero sports drink.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to another installment of the Culinary Hotline. Bling! Ding, ding, ding! Woohoo!
The
guy who runs the mic upstairs, his ears must be ringing, and I apologize, Greg. I'm so sorry, but it's the only day I can actually make a noise like that. I'm sorry.
He hates me anyway, dude, because I'm so noisy and I never shut up. We love you, Greg. We love you the most. I have a feeling things are going to get quite spicy in our studio this morning. Chef Clem, great to have you here for another edition of the Culinary Hotline Bling. Today, the focus is on the most famous of all noodles, the instant noodle. Well, it actually takes a couple of minutes, but it's about as instant as you can get. Everybody has their method, their way. And if it's not like ours, you're wrong, okay? That's, in fact, we're going to do that noise every time someone suggests the wrong way.
Okay, yes.
Bang the tin. No, in fact, this is a safe place. We want to know how you do your noodles, please. We're going to have a little bit of fun this morning and really beef them up. But you can join in on the discussion. Send us your voice notes to our WhatsApp line. That's 063-408-8863. How do you take your noodles, and why don't you like the way other people do their noodles? Let's add a little bit
more. It's quite specific because it's like a cup of tea. No one just like, tea.
But it's an emotional journey, buddy. So can I just first of all say to Gary Berkowitz, who was one of my closest childhood friends, just an absolute major, just a beautiful human being. This is how he taught me how to make 2-minute noodles, and this kid fed me after school almost every day with these 2-minute noodles. So that, for me, there's no other way, okay? So I know how I make mine, and I'll do it now, but I want to ask you, because you're the guy. You're the chef.
Like, people are like, oh, you don't eat instant noodles. Yes, I do.
You live off them.
And I love them. Mine is, I've got a method, because I don't like mine too brothy. I like adding my seasoning at the end. So that's intense flavor for me. So we're gonna do it together. Actually, take your position. Pick your noodle.
I have a feeling that you and I are coming from a similar place.
Similar background. Okay, cool. What noodle would you like? We've got the chicken and herb, we've got the roast beef, and we've got the stir-fry flavor.
Thanks for asking, but it's always chicken, bro.
Okay, chicken, man. Chicken.
Absolutely love it. Thank you so much.
Well. We can do the same noodle and see how it comes out at the end.
I love that.
Yes, people are quite specific how they like this. Some like it very, very brothy. Some people turn instant noodles into like a all-day affair, where they make their noodles, put it in a container with a lid on, come back like an hour later, and you get these swollen noodles.
Yeah, you get Super Saiyan noodles.
Super Saiyan noodles. Some people, and this is to those kids out there used to do it, they just open the packet and just chomp on the
actual dry noodles.
To those kids, where are you today?
You've just given me an idea. I'm going to air fry my noodles. I'm going to go home and air fry noodles. Yeah, no, I'm going to do that.
But it is a safe space. If you do like just chomping on dry noodles, let us know, because some people find it very satisfying.
Yeah, I guarantee you Zoe's got a weird way of eating noodles. Guaranteed. Let's hear from you guys, though, how you eat your noodles. Let's connect with our first viewer.
Good morning, Expresso.
Morning.
I enjoy my noodles with the chicken stir-fry, and I cook my stir-fry separately. Then I put my noodles in the microwave for like 4 minutes. Then I mix it with the stir fry. Then I enjoy it. I like eating it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, every day. I just love noodles.
I feel you, girl. I love that. So she goes like, extra in the microwave. I used to do mine in the microwave. Now I prefer doing them on the stove top, but it really doesn't bother me. I won't. That part of the process doesn't really affect me too much. But you do want, I think, for me, I would normally just leave them. Once it reaches a boil, then I'll turn it off.
Okay.
And just leave it.
Do you set a timer, or do you mentally just keep track of what's happening?
No, when it calls to me. No, it's when the hunger, when my stomach goes, or my kid goes, Dad, where are the noodles? And I'm like, sorry, I'll be back. But you want them, because they are quite absorbent, you want them to absorb a bit more. We're not looking for al dente with noodles. No,
now's not the time for that. And I also do like how our viewer said that she'll cook a stir fry separately and then add the noodles. A lot of people do that. They actually focus on like a main flavor, big bulk element, and then just add the noodles, because that's how you bulk up a dish. That's how you get that noodly satisfaction without doing too much work. I love it. How's it going?
They need a little bit more boil, I think. And in fact, I've been dissing her, and I kind of called her out. So I think maybe we should let Zozo come in. She's going to bring me a whole bag of these little flavorful things. So how do you make your noodles?
I do it stovetop, hot water, put the noodles in, wait for the water to... Like I would cook normal pasta.
Okay.
That's how I cook my 2-minute noodles, without the spices.
And then when does the spice go in?
No, I don't use the spices.
So that's you at the end, but with a
Yes.
Okay.
I love it plain.
Okay.
So I love soy sauce, so I'll eat some soy sauce, and then obviously for me, I like to bulk it up, so I add veggies, like stir-fry veggies to my noodles.
Because I think we often forget that these are they're the ideal accompaniment to other dishes because they're so quick. So it takes you like 3 minutes to stir fry, then you got to, what, 30 minutes for your pasta to cook? No, man.
No.
And they're light, which is quite nice. It's easy.
Can I have all your sachets of seasoning?
I've already now. We can share. I'll take all the chicken ones. You can have the rest. Okay.
Deal. I like it.
I love it.
Thank you. I'm going to leave you guys.
All right.
So, as long as you're not rinsing your noodles beforehand, everything is all right. These are starting to come together quite beautifully. There we go.
Okay. I like it.
How are you looking there?
See, like, I'm at that stage where I feel like I need about 30 seconds. Doing it on the pot obviously takes a little longer, but I do like the experience of kind of like interacting with what's happening in the pot.
You've got to have chopsticks.
Oh, this is where you put the fork away.
Exactly. I don't know what it is. Maybe I do secretly love ramen the most. I love ramen.
Yes.
And I want to be able to make ramen.
Got you.
Okay, but I just can't. So 2 minutes, you know, this kind of little cooking experience really is what I do. Okay.
Okay, I'm almost there.
I'm almost there as well.
Okay. So how are you going to strain off some of that liquid?
No, I'm going to chopstick them up.
Oh.
Hey.
Mr. Miyagi,
I'm taking the round bowl.
Note. Okay.
Look at that.
And I mean, for me, I've got to keep a little bit of that broth in there.
Yeah, you see this? The noodles will take a bit of the broth with them. Love that. You see, you're winning at life, dude. Because now we get the what? Flavor bazooka.
Bazooka. So what I suggest is when you put your seasoning on, you just give it like a deep inhale, get some of that seasoning in your sinuses. Then you stir. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But talking about flavor bazookas, okay? Now we're going to mix this in.
You see, this is why we get on so well. It's because we make our instant noodles the same way. How cool is that?
Okay, give it a good mix, give it a good mix. Now what I'm going to do, Woolies are like, okay, cool, everything's amazing, everything's great, you can have it just like that if you want.
Yeah.
They've come out with another instant way to add amazing flavor to your instant noodles, and it's this onion and chili crunch. People have been, this is like our 4th jar we've had in studio for the past 2 days.
This is going to take over the world.
It is.
Right now, Elon Musk is like, how can I get my hands on
and kicking himself is like, how did I not think of it? So it's crunchy, it's got a lot of texture, it's chili and garlic, but it's not blow your head off.
Yeah.
It's
not 2 times hot noodles, okay? Absolutely amazing. Now, this is going to sound ridiculous, but if you want to get your hands on this recipe, you can go to expressoshow.com, or you can just do it. Just make it at home, because it's that easy. I would not normally have any additives, but this just, and it's so crunchy.
It's so crunchy, but again, it's not a blow your head off heat. It's a how's it, are you wow heat.
And it's got some beautiful flavorful oils in there. Oh, the Culinary Hotline Bling is going to continue in just a moment. It's all about our hero this morning, which is the instant noodle. How do you make yours? Let us know, 063-408-8863. We'd love to hear from you.
Hot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
How's that treating you there? There we go. Get it in there, son. Absolutely beautiful. The instant noodle is the hero today. How do you take yours? Let us know. 063-408-8863. We'd love to hear from you as the culinary hotline continues in just a moment right now. So
give us a slip. Give us a slip. You're allowed to today. Yes.
Memorable images indeed. The time has just gone 7 o'clock. Time for us to have a look at the news headlines on this Wednesday morning. On the national news front, more than 100,000 hectares of grazing land have already been destroyed following the resurgence of veld fires which started on Thursday last week in the Northern Cape. Now, the fires are raging between Niétske and Kuruman and are moving in the direction of the Lehotla military base and the N14 between Kuruman and Katu. 2 helicopters and army personnel were yesterday deployed to help battle the blazes, but by last night, fires were still raging. The public has been urged to report any further spread of fires to local disaster management teams. Now, a large part of the eThekwini metro in KZN was without power last night after a huge explosion at the Klaarwater substation in Pinetown. The explosion occurred at approximately 9 o'clock last night and caused power outages in about half of the northern, western and southern parts of the city. Videos showing a big explosion in the distance before surrounding areas were plunged into sudden darkness. The municipality describes the substation as a key supply point for Eskom. Metro technicians were attending to the problem. On the international news front, the American Space Agency says its recent attempt to deflect the path of an asteroid was successful. Scientists have now confirmed the orbit of a 160-meter wide space rock known as Dimorphos was altered when the DART probe struck it head-on last month. Researchers came to this conclusion after making measurements using a range of space and Earth-based telescopes. The mission was conceived to test a potential strategy to defend Earth against threatening objects from space, and it proved that such an idea could work if initiated early enough. In other news, Angolan President João Lourenço on Monday had a telephone conversation with President Volodymyr Zelensky to discuss the conflict in Ukraine. The military conflict in which Ukraine has been involved since February was the topic discussed, the Angolan presidency said. The Ukraine president said they discussed important issues of cooperation within the United Nations. The two leaders also talked about Monday's missile attacks by Russia on Ukraine. Zelensky has been reaching out to African leaders to consolidate diplomatic support against Russia's invasion of his country. And finally, South Africa's whiz kid, 13-year-old Stian Skeepers, has scooped up yet another international award by winning a bronze medal at the 2022 Junior Mental Calculation World Championships held recently in Bielefeld, Germany. Now, Stian took 3rd place with a personal best of 2,110 points out of a total 2,200. That is absolutely astounding. The competition, with competitors from around the world, is a 2-hour written exams where participants must jot down only the answers. All calculations must be done mentally within strict timeframes. Now, Stian participated in the championship for the first time in 2017 and took 10th place. In 2018 and 2019, he was runner-up, and as a result, he won the Best Friend Award, further adding luster to South Africa's reputation for competing. The Skeepers family, originally from Rustenburg, moved to Bloemfontein in December of last year, where Stian is now a grade 8 pupil at Curro Bloemfontein. And we congratulate Stian, and from all of us here at Expresso, congratulations on being one of the best human calculators in the world, Stian, and we wish you all of the best going forward. Well, on that note, let's see what the scores calculate and measure up to in the sporting world. Here's Graham.
Well, unfortunately, Kat, you could have used your hands to count the runs in this one. India completed a come-from-behind 2-1 ODI series victory over the Proteas after winning the 3rd game by a very comfortable 7 wickets in what was a forgettable performance for the tourists. They were bowled out for just 99 runs. That, as Kuldeep Yadav took 4 for 18. Incredible performance. It was their lowest total ever against India, in fact, in a 50-over game, and the 4th lowest overall. So not a moment to remember. The hosts were never never really troubled in reply and cruised to their winning target in just over 19 overs as Shubman Gill top scored there with 49. Then on to football. Chelsea moved to the top of their group after comfortably breezing past a 10-man Milan. Fikayo Tomori's reunion with his former club lasted just 18 minutes as he saw red for hauling down Mason Mount inside the box. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he scored the second to give the Blues a 4th win on the trot. Now, fellow English outfit Man City, they were held to a 0-0 draw by FC Copenhagen. While Real Madrid, they were also held to a 1-1 draw against Shakhtar Donetsk, thanks to a late equaliser from Antonio Rudiger. The shock of the night had to be Israeli outfit Maccabi Haifa beating Juventus 2-0. That means the Italian side's hopes of a place in the knockout rounds now in jeopardy as they find themselves 4 points adrift of 3rd place with PSG and Benfica to come in their final 2 group games. Then on to rugby news. The chief executive of the 2023 Rugby World Cup, Claude Acha, has been removed from his position by tournament organisers after he was suspended in August by France's sports minister due to, quote, alarming managerial practices. So a preliminary investigation into Acha's management style found evidence of, again, we quote, deep social malaise within the organisation, and Acha's suspension was prompted by the preliminary findings of a Labour inspectorate investigation, which was launched at the end of June after an article in the very popular sports daily L'Equipe accused him of, and again we quote, management by terror. Then we turn to golf and a constantly evolving story. We're going to focus on the 2021 Masters winner, Hideki Matsuyama. And he has come out saying that he is fully committed to playing on the US PGA Tour as he prepares to defend his title at this week's Zozo Championship in the native Japan. So several top stars, including 2-time major winner Dustin Johnson and British Open champion Cameron Smith, they've all, of course, defected from the US PGA Tour to the Saudi-backed Live Golf Tour, which offers huge prize purses. The PGA Tour has banned Live golfers from competing at their events, and world number 19 Matsuyama has said that he has no intention of joining that rebel circuit. I'm going to add, as yet. The money is just too good. That's where we leave our sporting headlines for now. Let's see how the competition out on the roads is looking. Let's let Zozo get you to work safely.
Thank you, Graham. Well, let's start off with traffic in Johannesburg, Roodepoort. There's an accident with a truck on the N1 northbound. It's at the Albertina Sisulu exit leaving Soweto. Now, multiple lanes are currently blocked off. Please use an alternative route this morning. And staying in the Roodepoort, Johannesburg, there's congestion on the N1 northbound between the N7 and Gordon Road. There are at least a 30-minute delay to be expected, so please add a safe following distance and some extra travel time. Moving to Drummond and KZN, there's a stationary vehicle on the N3 from Cliffdale to the M13 EB eastbound after the ramp from Sterkspruit. Now, the left lane is closed. Please drive carefully. And that's where I leave your traffic for now. Let's take another look at your weather. And in a world first, New Zealand has proposed taxing the greenhouse gases that farm animals produce from burping and urinating in a bid to tackle climate change. Now, the scheme will see farmers paying for agricultural emissions in some form by 2025. The country's farming industry accounts for almost half of its emissions. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said money raised from the proposed levy will be pumped back into the industry to finance new technologies, research and incentive payments for farmers. But farmers have been quick to criticize the plan, with one saying it would rip the guts out of small-town New Zealand and could prompt many of them to sell up. Ardern said the pricing has not yet been decided on, but farmers should be able to make up the cost of the levy by charging more for climate-friendly produce. While that's your environmental news this morning, let's now turn our attention to those sunrise views that you send through every morning. First up, we have Louis Perea out from Oakdean, who sent this stunning photo of the sun twinkling through the branches. Lesedi Mudau captured this beautiful orange-filled spot while taking a brisk walk this morning, and this is in Mpumalanga. Jean de Beer snapped this early morning photo of his garden in the sun, just peeking over the houses, and this was in Mbombela. And finally, Linton Dunn shared this magnificent photo from Mauritius, taking a stroll on the beach, enjoying the beautiful views and the sun rising over the yachts. Absolutely lovely. Enjoy your holiday. Well, if you have a beautiful sunrise view you'd love to share with us, 063 408 8863 is the number to use. Let's get into those temperatures quickly. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 15 and a high of 15, a low of 15 and a high of 33 can be expected. Mbombela 18, reaching a high of 36. Pretoria 17 is your low, your high is 32. Johannesburg, a low of 17 and a high of 30. Mahikeng 18, 32. Klerksdorp 16 with a high of 34. Kimberley, your low is 18, your high 35. Bloemfontein 14 with a high of 33. Richards Bay 21, 29. Pietermaritzburg 18, 31. If you're in Durban, 21's your low, 25 your high. Mthatha 16 with a high of 29. Some thunder showers can also be expected. East London 21 with a high of 25. Cradock 17 reaching a high of 33 for today. Gqeberha, your low is 20, your high 22. George 15 reaching a high of 24. If you're in Cape Town, 16's your low, 21 your high. Worcester 15, 32. Sutherland 13 with a high of 29. And if you're in Uppington, a very hot day can be expected, a low of 21 and a high of 38 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where I leave your weather for now on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. A final update coming your way shortly after 8.
Thank you, Zozo, giving us hope at this time of the day.
Give us hope, Zoe Brown. Hope, Zoe Brown. Give us hope, Zoe Brown, for the morning comes.
Because we need it, man. We need a little extra hope at the moment. I think South Africa is on that buzz, and we are so glad to be driving that message. Now, I heard it described like this once. Hope is said to be the voice in your head that tells you to keep going when it feels like everything else is telling you to give up.
Yeah, and this Hopetober, Adcock Ingram OTC, the sponsors of Brave, they are spreading hope and giving you the chance to win 2,000 Rand cash daily for the month of October. That's a lot of 2,000 Rand. All you have to do this week is tell us how you spread hope to those around you.
I love it. It's kind of like everyone gets a prize pretty much. Exactly. I love it. We've had the most amazing entrance. Yesterday was just mind-blowing, I think, for Kat and I. And I have a feeling today is going to be just as good. So let's get that drum roll going and find out who today's lucky winner is. Congratulations! Sibongiseni Kumalo!
Yes,
what he had to say.
Sibongiseni, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
You chilled, bruh.
So
hey,
good.
Nice and relaxed.
So good. Listen, we got to read out your message to the rest of the country so that they know what you said, and there it is. They say a person needs 3 things to be truly happy in this world. Someone to love, something to do, and something to hope for. I spread hope by being kind to those around me and spread words of positivity. Hashtag Hopetober, hashtag sponsors of Brave, hashtag Expresso.
That's beautiful, man.
Spongsin, you are doing the things, man, to make the 2,000 Rand be done.
Woo. Yes, of course I am.
Wait, who's there in the background?
Oh, my girlfriend, Kia.
Oh, I'm glad that she's there to share in this moment. Buddy, you got 2,000 Rand heading your way. You are our winner this morning. How does that make you feel, bro?
I'm so delighted to be the winner, of course, and spreading hope to those around me.
Yeah, man, we love that so much. And you know, you said some poignant words that'll, I think, stick with us for quite some time. Tell us, what do you think that we can do to spread hope every day, to spread more hope? If you were to tell, you know, someone out there and they were to ask you, what can I do to spread hope? What would you say to them?
Oh, to continue sharing positivity.
Yeah.
Because, we've been through a lot as a country. Going to this whole pandemic, it's tough, man.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there. You know, that positivity, because we do... Life is tough.
And it is, and it's a choice, hey? It really is a choice. You choose to be positive and put that energy out in the world. And it's amazing how much you can change a person's life day moment just by being that positive influence. Brother, we are so proud of you. We're so happy that you get the 2,000 Rand. Go and spend it on yourself, or most likely your girlfriend. Either way, enjoy it, buddy.
I love it. Oh, listen now, if you want to be the next lucky winner of a 2,000 Rand cash prize, maybe have your girlfriend or boyfriend screaming along with you, this, of course, courtesy of Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, then keep an eye out for our weekly competition question on the Expresso Facebook page, Twitter page, or our Instagram page. And when answering, don't forget to hashtag Hopetober and hashtag sponsors of Brave in your answer.
Good luck.
Hopetober is a month of hope, brought to you by Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave, inspiring communities one pharmacy at a time.
Well, Niétske van Rensburg is a Cape Town-based musician, and she is here on your Feel Good Breakfast show to make sure our morning starts off on the right note. Now, she is here with 2 new singles that she's released, and we're about to get a taste of what to expect from her. Here she is with her debut single entitled Deja Vu. Take it away.
Mistake by coming back. The strength I had has been attacked. I know I need to let go, don't leave tracks. My tears are rolling down my kind of face. Boy, you let me down, I'm a mess. Your voice breaks the silence and your hands in mine. I see your reflection in a glass of wine. Now I hear you, see you, feel you pull me through. But it's nothing more than me and my deja vu. I know I made a mistake by looking. It's hard to see what was and not realize. Our movie's over, the screen fades to black. No lifelong dream, no wedding dress. Boy, you let me down, I'm a mess. Your voice breaks the silence and your hands in mine. Reflection in a glass of wine. Now I hear you, see you, feel you pull me through. But it's nothing more than me and my deja vu. Well, I guess I should have seen it coming right from the start. You felt worth the risk of a broken heart. Young, maybe I was too naive. Maybe it was love, maybe it was make-believe. Still don't know why it didn't happen naturally. Your voice breaks the silence in your hands in mine. I see your reflection in a glass of wine. Now I hear you, see you, feel you pull me through. But it's both been me and my deja vu. Your voice breaks the silence in your hands and mine.
Absolutely amazing. Niétske on your Feel Good Breakfast show with her debut single, Deja Vu. That was wonderful. Of course, she's not going anywhere. She's got another performance coming up, so stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Switch to Red on SA's leading network and save up to 10,000 Rand when you trade in. Get the new Samsung Z Flip 4 on a 600-minute Red Core More voice plan for 1,439 Rand per month over 24 months. Plus, get a 1,000 Rand Shop Geld voucher and enjoy more benefits and rewards. Further together, Vodacom.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso. We're on S3. We're live, large, and in charge. Yes, it's happening right now. And it's only fitting that we're in the kitchen, back again, cooking it easier, faster, safer is what we're doing right now as we use the correct kitchen tools. These are extremely important. Ask Chef Clem. He'll tell you all about it. And here to give us the ultimate knife guide that'll make preparing food so much easier is indeed the man himself. And this is right on in my radar right now because I'm turning quite serious about my kitchen. I'm about like the preparation of food. My mise en place has to be on point because I like my ingredients well prepared before I enter the pot. And so you need a good knife set for that, don't you?
Do they know about the cooking show that's coming out soon with Kat? I'm sorry, we don't talk about that. Sorry.
Anyway, listen, you're about to take us through this beautiful range of knives that are available at Woolies, and I said to you, like, would you trust your kitchen with these?
And I like that you asked that question because Woolies sent me these knives before they hit shelf, and they were like, Clem, do your worst and give us proper feedback. And these knives have replaced the knives in my kitchen now. They've replaced the knives that I take when I'm on shoot, wherever I go. In my roller bag, these are the knives.
These are the ones in your roller bag?
Serious.
When they enter your roller bag as a chef, you know it's serious.
And especially the leather's got your initials, CP.
Exactly, exactly.
Open, roll, and that's what you'll see.
And it makes that sound that...
And then when you take them out, as you remove them from the little sheath, you got to get that.
Oh, wait, stop. I wasn't ready for that. 3, 2, 1.
This is for Greg. That's what you've got to hear. That's what you got to hear. And for that reason alone, buy the knives. Thank you, South Africa. The knives are... No, let's do this. Let's do this.
Talk to me about what is in a knife range and what the different kinds of knives, because there are so many, right?
Right, so let's talk about the chef knife, which is the most used knife in the kitchen. This is a knife we use for dicing, chopping. We even do a bit of butchery with this knife. And for good reason. It's got that sharp tip, which means you can be precise enough. It's got the longer handle, so you get your long blade cuts. Plus, because of that curved blade over there, it allows you to rock.
Oh, it's called rocking.
It's rocking.
Rocking.
There we go. That's exactly what it is. And the handle grip is also very important. Not only the handle grip, but it's the balance.
Oh, the balance. What's up with the balance thing?
So what happens with the 50-50% balance, it means you're doing less work and the knife is doing all the work. Whereas if your knife is off-balanced, you have to counteract that balance, so which means there's a little room for human error, because now you know you've got to push down a little harder.
Right.
Or you know, and you don't want to do that. You want the knife to be balanced. Okay?
Wow, okay.
So this is why we love our beautiful chef knife. It does absolutely everything. So I'm going to hand this to you.
So when you...
And also, when you hand a knife, people out there, don't be dangerous. Let's
handle first.
There we go.
Oh, wait, I've got to do that. Hold on.
Huh.
I don't know why I like that so much.
Victory. No, you got it. Okay, so Kat, what I've got for you is I'm going to give you a potato.
Potato.
I'm going to ask you very simple. We're going to work on a potato chip. At the same time, I'm going to pick up the chef knife's cousin, okay?
Which is
the Santoku knife.
Santoku.
Also, got the beautiful balance, a little heavier.
Yes.
Also heavy duty, but also gives you those those fine, precise slices and chops, okay? So what I'm gonna do is, I've got your potato for you.
Yeah.
We're gonna work on, do you like skinny, do you like chunky fries? That's your potato?
Okay.
What fry?
I like mine chunky.
Like a chunky, okay, so Kat, we're gonna give you a chunky sliced potato. At the same time, I'm gonna do a skinny fry.
Okay, so this is me going
What I always say is cut a little bit off the end, because things that rock around, just
that's the first cut.
Okay, there we go. And now you turn it onto that flat side, and now you've got a good base.
That was clean.
It's satisfying. Okay, so again, what you're gonna do is you're gonna give me a slice. We're gonna do a home-style chunky fry. So we're not gonna take the skin off. You're gonna give me a thick slice. I'm gonna give you a thin slice. Okay. Yeah.
There we go. So I'm gonna go a little bit thicker, because I like mine wedgy.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean?
I get you, because that way you got more texture. More texture means it hangs into the seasoning better.
Yeah, we are gonna. Yeah, you're gonna cut it thereafter. Look at that slide. Yes. It's just what?
It's like Cheslin Kobe on the field. You can't touch him, man. It's like through.
With a scrum cap.
With a scrum cap. Cheers, that's for you, my man. Okay, cool. Now, what I'm going to do is you put your two slices together, how many ever slices you got. Okay, Let's just use your one slice. Oh, no, you got it. And now stack them, and now you're going to work it through as thick as you want it. You've got a beautiful chunky fry. I've gone for like a nice skinny fry. Sounds like an infomercial.
I am going slower than you because obviously my skill set when it comes to using knives is not as refined as yours.
But you know what I love about this? It's all about practice and muscle memory.
Yeah.
And the more you practice, the easier it becomes.
Look at how clean that cut is. It's like
smooth.
The liquid inside the potato is like literally still dancing on top of it.
And that's important as well. That's really important. Okay, so we gotta move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your chef knife and Santoku knife. Then when it comes to finer details you need to do, it's called a paring knife.
Yes.
And it's what you use for when you got to get in there with your veggies. You got to remove like a little core, and these stay sharp, which means you can always be precise.
So and even if your tomato is super soft, you still get.
This is a very ripe tomato.
That's
so the paring knife, utility knife gives you a longer blade, so you can get longer strokes.
Good stuff.
Then, where we at? To look after your knives very quickly, all you got to do is get an unglazed bottom of the cup. This is Nicole's coffee cup. She's not having coffee this morning.
Okay.
We got a cup.
Thanks, Nicole.
Just run it, the blade along that.
That works?
That works. And these are made out of molybdenum steel. These are hard, durable, stay sharp. These are the knives you need to get. And at a price point, I'm telling you, if you're getting into cooking, this is where you go. This is the whole entire range. And while we're saying goodbye to people, I'm going to get my pastry knife, the only knife you should use to slice bread, and slice you some bread, or you get some toast.
Molybdenum. Am I saying that right?
You are. Stronger than adamantium. Molybdenum.
Molybdenum. Get that right. Look at that beautiful cut. Thank you so much, Chef Clem. I feel super inspired, and I'm definitely going to check it out because I do need to upgrade into my knife set because I am taking my cooking a lot more seriously. So check it out. You can shop these in store, online, and on the app as well. Wait, I've got to do this just one more time for you guys at home. Look at it.
I love it.
On the knife's edge, we left you, but no need to cut down on your travel plans with deals like these. Oh, man, it's been amazing. Every weekend, we wonder what to do, where to go, what to eat. So why not choose a truly priceless experience at one of the many award-winning estates in Stellenbosch, in Franschhoek, in the Constantia Wine Valley? My favorites. I'm talking wine tastings, wine pairings, some of the most breathtaking views you will ever take in. Look at that. Phenomenal food, of course, and then you've got the history and the culture to indulge in as well. Love it.
And there's so much to explore. In fact, Time magazine even voted Franschhoek as one of the world's top 50 greatest places to visit. And we are so lucky to have it right here, all to ourselves. It's on our back door.
Yeah, man. Look, and we do share it. We will share it with the international visitors if we have to, but it's there for us. So go and explore your backyard. It's so beautiful. Go and visit priceless.com /travel/ that is, travel in South Africa, and do it today, and then choose any of these curated experiences that tickle your fancy, with the added benefit that MasterCard holders get discount offers as well.
All offers are valid until the 31st of December, so you have plenty of time to treat yourself and perhaps even plan a full getaway for the whole family, because you know why? You deserve it.
You do.
James is on a long overdue holiday. All because he chose to invest in an electronic Optimum Plus account.
Yes, seriously.
Be like James. Open a Nedbank Electronic Optimum Plus account and get an effective interest rate of up to 12.4%.
Defeat your mucus monster, Mucofizz. Loosen mucus and phlegm for clearer airways. Brought to you by Pharmadynamics.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Are you a back in time because we're now putting the spotlight on our fur kids, and as fur parents and pet owners, we all want the very best for them. We want our dogs' tails to never stop wagging, but every now and then our beloved fur babies do fall ill.
They do. So as a part of our incredible new pet health series with Royal Canin, I had the opportunity to visit an amazing vet to find out more about one of the most common illnesses that our dogs are susceptible to and how we can spot those signs and symptoms almost immediately. Take a look at this. I'm at the awesome animal hospital and vet shop here in Belleville to meet up with the incredible vet, Dr. Stephen Smith, to find out about a pretty common problem that affects dogs in particular. And as a doggy daddy myself, I think it's a great opportunity to get some valuable insights and hopefully get the upper hand, or upper paw in this case. It's perfect that we are sitting chatting next to a Dashi. I've got two Dachshunds at home and I've had to really focus on their nutrition because it's vital when it comes to small dogs especially, but I didn't realize how prevalent gastric issues are with all dogs. And that's what we're wanting to find out more about today as part of our pet health series. So thanks for taking the time out. I know you've got a very busy practice yourself. Maybe let's start with gastric issues themselves. How prevalent are they and what are some of the major causes?
Probably the most important cause is dietary indiscretion, being fed the wrong thing or eating the wrong thing. So a lot of that is an owner's fault potentially because they feed them the wrong stuff. Table food, leftover scraps, that sort of thing, bones, big no-no. And then of course when we're out on a walk, sometimes Fluffy runs away and eats something that she shouldn't. So there's that. Viral disease is quite important as well, especially in young pups that are not fully vaccinated yet. Parvovirus is the most important one of those because that can be deadly. And then of course, especially young dogs will swallow bits of toys and things like that which can potentially get stuck in the intestine, so that's also fairly common. Probably see 30% of cases in a day would be gastrointestinal, especially on weekends. Emergencies are often as well. We see a lot of vomiting and diarrhea patients. It's very common.
I'm lucky in that one of my dogs, Leo, will literally come and like pat me and tell me something's wrong. He's an open book. Some dogs not so much. How do we know that there is an issue or something's off kilter? What are those warning signs?
It's fairly easy with the gastrointestinal tract because most of them will vomit. Or have diarrhea or have both. Often they start with vomiting and then they start with the diarrhea a day or two later. Occasionally we'll have a low-grade problem where they'll just be off their food. And then of course nausea will cause salivation as well. So if they're drooling all over the place and you don't really know why, potentially that could be nausea without the vomiting yet.
Not that we want to go to extremes, but where can this lead to? What are some of the major, more dangerous consequences of a gastric issue?
So obviously depending on what the cause is, and there are a vast number of causes, but potentially that pup that swallowed a piece of a toy, if we don't do surgery and remove that, then obviously that pup could die. A parvo puppy, same thing. Unless we do intensive therapy, there's no specific treatment to kill the virus, but we have to keep them alive while their body gets rid of it, and potentially they can die as well. And then we do have quite dangerous hemorrhagic or bloody diarrheas potentially, where if we don't get those animals on fluids, they will die within hours. Yeah. And then occasionally we'll find an unexpected consequence can be bacteria going through the porous wall of the intestine into the bloodstream and causing what we call an endotoxic shock. So that also can be very, very dangerous.
Wow, so it can escalate very, very quickly. All of this being said, how do we treat gastro issues and when do we need to see you?
If you have a doggy who's vomited for less than 12 hours and then stops and then starts with a bit of a diarrhea, they don't necessarily need to be seen by us. Quite often we'll use a gastrointestinal product such as this one. This is a lower fat one that we do use in a pancreatitis. So these are products which are highly digestible. They've got special fiber mixes, especially they work very well with diarrheas, and especially those dogs that have just eaten something they shouldn't have, and you know that there's no real other problem. If they're vomiting for longer than 12 hours, then we probably need to see them, and a diarrhea that goes
goes on for longer than 2 or 3 days probably needs to be seen. And then, of course, is your pup
ill? Is he sick? Is he eating? So those that are bouncing around and still happy, probably not a serious problem. But the guys that are sitting miserably in a corner and don't eat and aren't drinking or doing anything else, then those are the guys we need to see.
Looks like your diet has been fantastic, little man. He looks great. You are amazing. Thank you so much for the work you do every day. On behalf of all pet owners, we love and appreciate you guys. I think it's the case, like for humans, for dogs, you are what you eat, for good or for bad. But please, ultimately, you know your pups better than anyone else. If they're a little off, if you notice a significant change in any of the red flags the doctor has raised today, don't waste any time. Get your pet to the vet.
Oh, listen, absolutely incredible. Graham got to go visit the animal hospital. And of course, as fur parents, we want to make sure our furry kids have the very, very best. And thanks to that, we now know how to look after them. Royal Canin, making a better world for pets through precise and tailored health through nutrition.
So whether it's dog food or groceries, everything has become super expensive these days, making saving even more important. So it's time right now to talk about money and shopping. And today we find ourselves in quite a unique situation where we're weighing up whether you're team quantity or team quality in another round of Would You Rather. Are you guys ready for this one today?
I am.
You don't know?
Even as you posed that, my brain was like, ooh.
Where am I? Where am I sitting on this one? So here's the scenario I'm painting to you. So you're going shopping, clothing shopping to be more specific.
Okay.
And for the same price, you have one of two options. You are either A, going to buy one expensive, great quality shirt, or you're B, going to buy 3 cheaper shirts. What do you do? Where are you on that?
I'm B, 3 cheaper shirts.
3 cheaper shirts?
Because then you have 3 different outfit options. As a girl, you want more options. I feel like guys are more quality over
I
quantity.
think it depends what it is, because there's lanes. So if you're buying like a shirt, a suit, jeans, those sorts of things, maybe you want to kind of go for something that's higher quality because it's going to last slightly longer. I found with T-shirts especially, because I always wear the same thing. I'm like, great T-shirts all the time. But they wear pretty quickly. So if you get a good quality T-shirt, you get more wear out of it. So I'm actually when it comes to clothing, tending towards quality more than quantity. And then I'll wear that same T-shirt every day.
So you're A.
I feel like I'm also Aing with you there. Because it also, you think of like closet space, right? And me right now, I'm trying to declutter, have less. But,
because you don't wear half of the stuff in your cupboard anyway, so why do you hang on to it?
And I'd rather, let's say, a T-shirt kind of thing, right? Have a good fitting, high-quality strand T-shirt, for instance.
Good thread count.
Good thread count, with a nice fit. Then have one that, after 1 or 2 wears, is going to start looking dilapidated. I feel like I feel better in it as well.
I'm B. I'm
Team B?
throughout B. I'm B.
Well,
I get over things. I like to chop and change. I'm
yourself.
B.
All right. Let's see what you had to say at home. Shireen says, quality, definitely, it lasts longer. Rukaya says B, because having more to wear is always better. You never know what could happen. This is true.
I agree.
Especially if you have kids and then like, oh no, there's that one beautiful shirt. I'm going to walk around with people there on my shirt.
Which does happen really often.
Most definitely option B, a lady can never have enough clothes, cheap or not.
I feel like all the ladies are going for B.
Okay. Is it a guy versus girl thing?
Yeah, maybe this is telling something about the various industries as well. But maybe I think women are a little bit more spoiled for choice. I think they have greater range of lower kind of expense items, if you know what I mean. I think they kind of know how men think, and as a result, they price point things for that. So,
are you sure you're B, Zoe?
I'm still B.
Final answer?
Happy.
Not just B because you're brown, but B.
No. B. B full out.
Team B all the way.
That's why we have more closet space.
The B team, all right. Anyway, choosing to shop in quantity or quality can be a smart choice depending on your budget, of course, and your reasons as well. But most importantly, make sure that your spending choices are calculated and not just impulsive. And the next time that you are in need of some retail therapy, use your Nedbank American Express card to pay, and then you get 1.1% in cash back every time that you swipe. And there's a lot of money back in your pocket there that you can then use to shop at stores like Woolies, like Zara, Cotton On, Mr. Price,
Wherever, man.
Wherever, and many other shops out there. You're shopping anyway, so you might as well get rewarded while you're doing it. And then you can be some more.
Yeah.
You can spend that money on petrol, yo.
Wait, if you buy the 3,
Vincent was always very healthy, so it was a shock when he was diagnosed with colon cancer.
I'm a self-employed accountant, and the chemotherapy treatment made me too tired to work, at the same time as having to find extra money for unexpected costs. Then I had a stroke as well.
As a family, we would have faced years of real financial hardship if Vincent hadn't taken out illness insurance.
I wasn't expecting it to happen to me, but my insurance was a great relief.
Noodles? I love noodles. I love noodles. In the day, in the night, give me oodles and oodles of noodles. I love noodles. Gotta dance. Yes, 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 I love to dance. Gotta dance about the thing I love best, and that's noodles. Noodles. I move like a noodle. Watch your wiggle every time I
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. This morning we are exploring the well-known office lunch, the instant noodle, with our favorite chef, Clem, on our foodie panel today. Please join in on the discussion. Send us your voice notes to our WhatsApp line, 0634088863. And we're going to be inspired by the trends now. Clem, in fact, we're going to take a look at some TikTok instant noodle videos that have been trending and then see if we can emulate. So take a little squiz at these.
I will eat noodles every single day for dinner, without fail. You can fact check me on it, because I will do it. I cannot go a day without noodles. If you opened me up, you would just see noodles.
If you open me up, you will just see noodles. I eat noodles. I love that.
I got so lost in that. I was like, mesmerized.
I know, I was trying to follow what she was actually doing, because she was doing some things in there. So the joy of the instant noodle is you can take it. Levels, okay?
You can run with it.
How come we left none of the knives here? Why were the knives taken out when I came?
Who took my knives?
Oh, come on.
Sorry, guys,
Did you take our knives, dude?
You can't be talking about noodles, eating noodles, enjoying noodles, without telling the world. Have you heard the noodle song, guys?
What?
It's another banger.
An anthem.
It is an anthem, an ode to noodles.
Drop it.
Please listen to this. It's from one of my favorite shows. In the day, in the night, give me oodles and oodles of noodles. Gotta noodles.
Gotta dance. Yes, yes, I love to dance. Gotta dance about
The thing I love best, I love noodles. Noodles. It's like a noodle.
Watch your wiggle. Every time we wiggle, we start to giggle. My noodle. Our noodle. My noodle.
Your noodle.
In a bowl or a cup.
I like to slurp them up.
Noodles.
Noodles. I give me oodles and oodles of noodles. The noodles.
What? Another banger. Another.
Straight to number one. How do you do a TikTok to that, though? What is the... I suppose the chopsticks are going to come in handy.
You're actually at home. You know what? Go find the song, film yourself, breaking it down to that song, and we might play it next week.
No. Listen, I'm the parent of a young child, and that kind of music, because that'll start and then it'll never stop. And 4 days later, your mind will be gone, okay?
It's in my head.
I'm sorry to all parents that introduced that. Wow, but no, it did actually got me loosened up and inspired to take instant noodles to a higher level, my friend, to the heavens.
I'm gonna ask Majozi to like make a remix of that song as well.
I thought he did the original. I was so sure that was his voice. Damn it, I'm gonna have to ask him now. So, buddy, you can do your instant noodles.
Yes, you can.
As we did in like 2.5, 3 minutes. Great. But it is a jumping off point, a platform to do something special. And I used the word ramen a little bit earlier. I know we're going to introduce some meats, but you don't have to even take it that far. You can just, with a few little additives, you can do something special. So what are you going to make for us, my friend?
So you got 2 minutes to make your noodles, and you can find another 2 minutes to pump them up slightly. I've got the recipe for you. Okay, so I'm going to go a little off track because now that I've got this chili crisp in my hand, which
we kind of have to use it in everything, yeah?
Okay, so we've got the water going. I'm putting the chili crisp in the water.
Get out.
Because we want a little bit of broth this time. A little bit of the broth. Okay, so chili crisp goes in. And
my boy calls it the soup.
The soup.
The soup, and he's got to have a bit of the soup to suck at the bottom like that. So despite my best efforts, he makes his noodles differently to me.
This time we're going to go with the roast lamb.
Ooh.
Little savory flavor with it. But, like I said, if you've got extra 2 minutes, this is how we're going to do it. So the noodles go in.
Okay.
Into that chili crisp. And I'm going to keep this aside still. So I was going to do some slicing action while the noodles were busy cooking because, I mean, what do you do during that 2 minutes while your noodles are busy cooking? I'm a mosquito. What do you do? What do you do in the 2 minutes?
But I'm probably cleaning something. Generally, with my kids, when we're engaging in full kid mode, you're cleaning something. Generally, tidying something up, cleaning something, feeding something, carrying one of them, generally, my 2-year-old. That's just the way that it is, man. You burn the calories as you eat them, yeah?
I was on social media, and some people were like, no, I have a snack that I have while I'm waiting for my main snack to cook. That's fine. That's good. I mean, I don't have any kids. I'm trying to think, like, literally, I'd probably just, like, chop and slice and look at the squirrels outside. But it generally takes 2 minutes.
Let's talk to someone right now. We put it to you guys how you take your noodles. Let's hear from South Africa right now. How do you take your instant noodles?
Hey. Good morning, Expresso show. I'm a noodle queen, actually. I make my 2-minute noodles, right, with water, and then I let the water, throw the water out and leave just a little bit of water, then throw the spice in, and then I add 2 scoops of butter. And then that's it. That's all you need is butter in your life.
Ooh, okay. Well, we're gonna bank that one, put that in the vault and keep that. Let's hear from Mama.
Morning, Expresso. I like my noodles with poached eggs. Like, I make them with poached eggs. It's so nice. You must try it.
With
poached eggs?
That's almost very traditional, like how you get some type of ramen dish.
Yeah, you've got that soft-boiled egg on top.
And then you break through the yolk, and you mix the yolk into the sauce. South Africa, why are you so creative this morning? I love it.
Butter in those noodles. I dig that because the fats carry the flavor, right?
Sorry, you're talking, but all I can hear in my head is noodle. What did you say?
Slurping noodles, noodles.
I love it. The butter idea, I think, is also pretty cool because that'll almost thicken that broth up a little bit, make it ultra rich. And I feel like if you're in a rush and you need something that's going to carry you from lunchtime to the end of the day, that butter's also going to give you a bit of extra energy.
Yeah.
So I love the butter idea. The poached egg thing for me as well is such a winner. I'm trying to think of a way we can hack a poached egg in the office. We'll work on that.
We'll figure it out, man. Let's hear from Elizabeth. How do you make your noodles?
The thing about when I make my noodles, I put it in the oven and the micro oven. But yeah, thank you, Expresso. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Bubas.
I love that. I love that. With Mom's help, definitely going into the micro oven. The microwave.
Microwave.
I love that. I love that.
Same, but different. I mean, if it comes out cooked, it's the same thing. Oh, that's so cute. Elizabeth, we love you, man. I hope you're going to have an amazing day today. Oh, hopefully this is going to inspire people to look at their noodles slightly differently.
Yeah, like step up your noodle game.
Okay, did this come to you in a dream, dude?
No, this is literally how I used to rock it in when I used to work at Taste magazine. This is how we used to do it, like in the office. We could have a little chopping board, a little knife, we got a little bit of thyme, boom, 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 slice up some spring onions, some garlic. I mean,
See, this is what happens when you put like 4 of the best chefs in the country in a room together and force them to eat something really quickly. You know?
And we would go to town on this. Okay, so in that broth, you see a little bit of that floating orange oil. That's in that chili crisp. I've added the seasoning on top of it now, okay? So, a little bit of processed. Normally we put this on our burgers, you know, get the perfect melt. But today we're going to add it to the nudes, okay? Okay.
This is crazy.
Put that on top of the noodles. Instantly,
it starts to
melt.
It starts to
But we're going to hit it with a little more of that broth to really promote that melt.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now I think it's fitting for me to say if you want this recipe, you can go to expressoshow.com because we have spiced it up a little bit. Some gorgeous spring onions.
So here's the thing as well, right? If you got a little bit of the flu, a little bit of the sniffles, you want to bump up those electrolytes.
Yeah.
That broth has got all that chicken seasoning in there, the good electrolytes. We're hitting it with a little bit of spring onion, a little bit of...
Open up those airwaves.
Chile.
And it's going to make you feel good because this is comfort food on a different level.
If you think this is amazing,
wait.
Wait until you come back for part 3.
Oh, please. In the interim, can we play a little bit of a song, please? I think we know what song we want. The Culinary Hotline will continue in just a moment.
Give me oodles and oodles of noodles. I love noodles. Gotta dance. Yes, I love to dance. Gotta dance about the thing I love best, and that's noodles.
Oh.
Noodles.
It's another banger.
Noodles.
Another banger. What a song.
It's cute and catchy. I love the little turtle.
Listen,
tortoise.
it's beautiful
Clever.
stuff. Listen, I hope that you're inspired because we were also inspired by last night's episode of Colour Your Plate with Koo on S2. Yeah.
Well, you could stand a chance to win a seat at the finale table and be on the judging panel when you create your very own colourful meal with Koo.
Yeah, so to enter, watch the weekly challenge on the show or look out for the masterclass video on Koo's social media pages and then cook up a nutritious meal using Koo's hero ingredient.
There we go. Now visit Koo's social media channels and post your photo along with the meal description and that hashtag Colour Your Plate with Koo in the comments of the competition post.
Yeah, let's get cooking.
Good luck.
This one goes out to the brave ones who make it through no matter what's facing you.
Adcock, Ingram, OTC, sponsors of Brave, are spreading hope this October in honor of you.
So stand a chance of winning 2,000 Rand daily by answering the weekly Hopetober competition question on the Expresso Facebook, Twitter or Instagram pages using the hashtag Hopetober and hashtag sponsors of Brave.
This competition closes Friday the 28th of October. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your feel-good breakfast show and you are just in time as we're at the top of the hour. Niétske is here and she's going to perform one more song for you, but that's all on its way. But first, let's quickly take a final look at those morning headlines. Here's Kat.
Thank you very much, Zoe Brown. Here's a last look at the news headlines. On the national news front this morning, 16 Free State municipalities, including the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality, jointly owe Eskom over 17 billion rand for services rendered to the end of August 2022. Eskom says that this is a huge increase of 2.6 billion rand since August of 2021. Free State Eskom spokesperson Didi Maketa says the power utility supplies electricity monthly in bulk to these municipalities. It's been sold at a profit. In addition, Maketa says the municipalities receive government grants for free basic electricity. Now, more than 100,000 hectares of grazing land have already been destroyed following the resurgence of veld fires, which started on Thursday last week in the Northern Cape. The fires are raging between Niétske and Kuruman and are moving in the direction of Luhatla military base and the N14 between Kuruman and Katu. Now, 2 helicopters and army personnel were yesterday deployed to help battle the blazes, but by last night, fires were still raging. The public has been urged to report any further spread of fires to local disaster management teams. On the international news front this morning, the multi-millionaire businessman who is to become the new Prime Minister of Lesotho says he is going to use his commercial experience to create jobs and tackle corruption, which he described as the country's worst disease. Sam Matekane formed the Revolution for Prosperity Party just 6 months ago and has gone into a coalition with 2 others after narrowly missing out on an absolute majority in the recent elections. Now, he said that retraining the security forces was also a priority as some of its members had been politicized. In other news, the American Space Agency says its recent attempt to deflect the path of an asteroid was successful. Scientists have now confirmed the orbit of a 160-meter wide space rock known as Dimorphos was altered when the DART probe struck it head-on last month. Researchers came to this conclusion after making measurements using a range of space and Earth-based telescopes. The mission was conceived to test a potential strategy to defend Earth against threatening objects from space, and it proved that such an idea could work if initiated early enough. And finally, we're very proud to report that South Africa's international superstar soprano Priti Yende has been honored in a very special way. The French Minister of Culture, Ms. Rima Abdul-Malak, yesterday afternoon awarded the insignia of Officer of Arts and Letters to Yende. Now, the award was established in 1957 in recognition of significant contributions to the arts and literature. Yende is currently performing in the Magic Flute at the Paris Opera, where she plays the role of Pamin. Now, in 2019, she was also awarded the Order of the Star of Italy, and in 2013, SA's Silver Order of Ikamanga. An elated Yende responded on social media saying, quote, "I'm in awe and utter gratitude for such a prestigious honor from France's Minister of Culture, Rima Abdul-Malak. Merci. I feel extremely honored and humbled by such a prestigious decoration. Richly deserved, we say." And incidentally, but also most fittingly, South Africa's Rose of the Month has been named, yes, you've guessed it, Priti Yende. It's described as a rose that, like its namesake, is a strong performer with classically shaped buff apricot yellow flowers, a moderate fragrance, and a super healthy foliage. To Priti Yende, we say heartfelt congratulations, and we can't wait to see your star rise even further. Well, on that note, that's where we leave the news on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at what's happening on your roads. Here's Zoe.
Thank you, Kat. And we look at your traffic in Cape Town, the Western Cape. There's some congestion on the N2 inbound at Jakes Gerwel Drive. Expect delays. And moving to Johannesburg, now after this morning's incident, there's some congestion that continues on the N1 northbound before Mariatsburg Road. Traffic is backed up all the way to Soweto Highway. And staying in that area further down on the N1 northbound, a truck has lost control and overturned, closing off 3 lanes and causing massive backlog all the way from Mariatsburg off-ramp. And that's where I leave your traffic this morning. Let's take a final look at your weather. And this morning's report concerns COP27 and climate change. Egypt, which is hosting this year's COP27 UN Climate Summit next month, has warned the UK not to backtrack on the global climate agenda. This follows media reports that Prime Minister Liz Truss told King Charles not to attend. The UK hosted the COP26 UN climate conference last November in Glasgow. Egypt says it's disappointed that the British King, a passionate environmentalist, will not be attending. The former PM, Boris Johnson, made the UK achieving net zero by 2050 a key government policy, but Truss has since lifted a ban on fracking in England and has signalled she may cancel a host of other green regulations in the UK. We now bring our attention back home, where we take a final look at your gorgeous sunrise views that you share. Arusha Singh from Centurion shared this gorgeous photo of the sun rising through the fluffy clouds. And then, of course, Lynette van Wyk shared this nature-filled view from her garden of the sun peeking through the leaves in Newlands, Durban. Niha Nanan from Umhlanga snapped this stunning photo of the reflection of the sun over the water. What a perfect photo. And Mark Randall captured this photo while on holiday with bold tangerine hues lighting up the sky. What perfect views in Venice. Absolutely beautiful. Enjoy your holiday. If you have a beautiful sunrise view you'd love to share, please do so on our WhatsApp line. It's 063 408 8863. Well, let's get into those temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 15 and a high of 33 can be expected. Very hot conditions in Mbombela, 18 with a high of 36. Pretoria, 1732. Johannesburg, 17 with a high of 30. Mahikeng, 1832. Klerksdorp, 16, reaching a high of 34. Kimberley, 1835, Bloemfontein, 14 with a high of 33, Richards Bay, 21 with a high of 29, Pietermaritzburg, 18, reaching a high of 31. Durban, 21 with a high of 25 for today. Some rain and thunder showers can be expected in Mthatha, 16 with a high of 29. East London, your low is 21, your high 25. Cradock, 1733. Gqeberha, your low is 20, your high 22. George, 15, 24. If you're in Cape Town, 16 is your low, 21 your high. Worcester, 15, 32. Sutherland, 13 with a high of 29. And if you're in Uppington, very hot conditions with a low of 21 and a high of 38 degrees Celsius. And that's your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Feeling like it's going to be a very good day indeed, yeah?
Scorcher. That's scorcher. Love that.
Yeah, now, of course, you can experience Red and unlock more with Vodacom Red. There are some amazing rewards and benefits that simply cannot be missed this month. So switch and unlock more.
So let's fill you in. Vodacom, obviously the first telecommunications company in South Africa to offer Prime Video Mobile Edition. And they've just announced that all new, existing and upgrading customers are now eligible to subscribe to Prime Video or Prime Video Mobile Edition, regardless of price plan, and that's whether prepaid or postpaid.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, Prime Video Mobile Edition is a single-device, mobile-only Prime Video subscription where customers benefit from Prime Video's full catalogue of thousands of movies and TV series, and you can also stream and download content in standard definition with the Prime Video app on your mobile device.
The game has changed, my friend. The game has changed, and Vodacom customers signing up for Prime Video Mobile Edition at the launch will enjoy a 30-day free trial and 10 gigs of video data, valid for 30 days, just to get you on your way.
Absolutely. And then thereafter, for only 59 Rand per month, customers can enjoy this service with 3 gigabytes of Prime Video data allocated per month.
I love this. Absolutely amazing, because we do consume so much of our video content now on our devices. It is such a cool platform. Some of my favorite properties in TV.
Have you seen what's on Prime right now?
I know. This is my thing.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't know.
The All-In series, the All-In Arsenal series.
Like the worst.
No, come on, get out of here. No, please don't.
Shame, don't now that now you've given everyone a reason to not.
Please. What are you talking about?
Oh, my word, shame,
Can you imagine like being able to see full coverage of what happens behind the scenes with Mikel Arteta and the team? That's it.
Now, wherever your allegiances lie, I guarantee you will find something that you absolutely love on that platform, and this is the perfect gateway to it. So to sign up to Prime Video Mobile Edition through Vodacom, simply visit voda.com/Prime Video, and you can find all the terms and conditions there that do apply.
It really is amazing content.
Amazingly bad.
Really amazing.
So awful.
Shut up.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 on a 600-minute Red Corm or voice plan. Plus, get a free hotel voucher. Further together, Vodacom.
Well, following the success of her first single, Niétske has released her second track just last month, and it's already making waves on the local music scene. She is here with her final track called Only For You. Take it away.
Here comes the beat.
I walked in and your eyes fell on me. Wait, what? Yeah, it felt good and you changed up my mood. Though you're slightly out of focus, I just couldn't help but notice. You're what I need, I'm what you need. You can be an artist, I can be your muse. Paint me brighter when I'm feeling blue. You can flatter me with your insanity of being a daydream in your fantasy. Only for you, only for you,
breakfast show. That was absolutely amazing. Any other plans to bring out more music?
We are busy with the next single, so hopefully very soon.
And hopefully you will be back on your Feel Good Breakfast show with that brand new single. Niétske, it was amazing having you here today. Thank you for joining us. And of course, make sure you follow her on social media to keep up to date with all of her latest releases.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Happy Wednesday, and thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. Now, very exciting news. Crush is taking Mzansi on a journey of goodness to unlock your 100%. And this morning, we're joined by SAMA nominee, Durban-born singer-songwriter Nhlanhla Majozi as he takes us through his journey of unlocking his 100%. And he's, of course, a man who's very well acquainted to our studio, and I think a man who has probably given South Africa one of our official love song that goes, "You can call me baby, I'll call you darling." You got, hey, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa Bora, Nhlanhla Majozi is in the studio. Come on. All of that, brother, man. Good to see you. How are you?
Kat is back. It's even better to see you, brother. I love you. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to see you.
Likewise, man. And you wear your heart on your sleeve as well. You carry love with you everywhere you go. It's always the feeling that I get from you. Was that part of, like, I don't know, this is just my imagination, right? That it was part of your motivation to pursue this music thing, because there is a certain kind of goodness that you want to give to the world and you feel that it resonates on a deeper level. What was, like, your motivation for starting this journey in music?
You're 100% on the right path. Like, I wanted to put something out there that was, like, counter to the narrative that you see in the world, you know? There's a lot of negativity, and I don't even think people realize it, you know?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make an effort to put out some good into the world.
That's so true. And when you were beginning, who were some of those people that were motivating you to pursue this dream? Perhaps some of the people that you were looking up to for inspiration?
Well, I get most of my inspiration from God and also the people around me, to be honest. I think it's super important to, like, surround yourself with people that love you, that believe in you. And I was just lucky to be in that position already, and those people really inspired me. Obviously, there's musical inspirations like Johnny Cash and the Lumineers and Mumford & Sons. But to be honest, the biggest impact has been the people in my life.
Absolutely. Yeah. And as you've been going on this journey, do you find it, because I certainly have found that to be true, that it is a kind of a machine that oils itself, in the sense that the more you do with your gift and, you know, unlocking that 100% and really putting it out there, the more you find that you're fueling yourself to do more, because you can see the result thereof in other people's lives. Like, for instance, when you're standing on stage, right, and you start banging out that tune, the whole crowd going with you, and you're like, I'm doing something really worthwhile.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's you get that feedback. You get, as much as you put in, you also get the stuff put into you as well. You get those reactions from the people, and you realize you're on the right path. And I always feel like when we make an effort to encourage people and give them hope and give them joy and make them smile, you feel better as well too. And it just keeps going round and round and round. But it just takes a bit of time and a lot of effort sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then, you know, the rewards come in what some people see as an overnight success. You're like, no, it's been a couple of years that I've been doing this, and congratulations then on the SAMA nomination.
Thanks, man. You know, SAMAs are great and everything, but it's the people that matter to me the most, you know. It's the lives that change, and the people that play the songs at weddings and at special moments in their lives and things like that. That's really what makes a difference.
That's so true. Yeah. So what's the big dream for you? I keep referring to this because when I'm on TikTok, my timeline is filled with you. I've seen you at probably like 100 different venues, standing on speakers and singing the song. And I'm sure that's certainly ticked off one of your boxes as a performer.
Yeah, 100%, man.
What's the big dream for you?
To be honest, like, I think about this often, and I try and remind myself of this, is like, essentially when I started out, like, my dream, before I started, my dream was to be able to play music for a living. Yeah. And that was my dream. Okay. So now, everything I do, and, you know, every time I fail or every time I succeed at it more and more, I have to remind myself, you know what, you're already living in your dream. You've already succeeded in a way. Like, this is just extra. God has blessed you with this extra. Enjoy it. Fail, make mistakes, learn, try and get better, help people. And, you know, I have other goals, like, you know, I want to win a Grammy, I want to do this and this and that. Let's go. But I always try and ground myself in the foundation of what it was in the beginning and just enjoy that and try and be proud of myself if I can.
Any advice that you might have for somebody who's starting out right now and wanting to unlock that potential that you've unlocked in yourself?
I say this like every time, but I think it's like pertinent to like every situation is never be a better musician than you are a person, which means, you know, love people, respect them. You don't take any of this away with you when, you know, when it's all done, you know, like, but you can pass it on, you know, which is super important. And what you pass on is really important. And I want to pass on some hope and joy and love and all of those things. And hopefully that lasts a lifetime.
Bro, can I just I love that, man. Not just as a musician, but never be a better whatever you're doing than you are a person.
100%. That's a Quincy Jones quote, sorry. That is not directly from me. I don't want to...
No, but that's amazing. That's amazing. We'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you so much, man. It's always such an inspiration. Can't wait to hear you performing. It's going to be absolutely stunning. And that's how you unlock your 100% talent, whatever it may be. Your story has the potential to inspire the next person to take that leap of faith and to follow their dreams too. So whether you have a dream of becoming a foodie, an influencer, or a singer, or an entrepreneur, whatever it is, Crush is about to unlock your 100% with an exciting new TV show where you could realize your potential and unlock your dreams. So Crush wants to hear your story, and this is how you can enter. You firstly buy any Crush and follow the details on the pack. Then share a video of why you want to unlock your 100%. Now, to the Crush WhatsApp line, send that to 082 857 8054, or you can upload that to social media, and also, very importantly, tag @CloverCrush and use the hashtag Crush. Plus, you then stand a chance of winning your share of 500,000 rands worth of prizes. So enter now, and Crush could be making your dreams come true on this new TV show and help you to unlock your 100%.
Crush is about to unlock your 100%. On this exciting new TV show, you can realize your potential and live your dreams.
I dream of cooking in a 5-star restaurant.
I dream of singing to the world.
Buy any Crush and share a video of why it should be you to our WhatsApp line, or upload it on our socials, tagging Clover Crush and hashtag Crush. Plus, you stand a chance to win your share of 500,000 rands worth of prizes. Crush, 100% goodness.
Oh, well, listen, I think we need to unlock our potential in the kitchen and cook something delicious.
Fruits of the Forest from Clover just added real cereal crunch. A symphony of fruit, oats, seeds, and granola crunch. Fruits of the Forest. Real fruit, real cereal, real taste.
Made with love by Clover.
Well, we're about to bring out our inner French. We're about to make a plum clafoutis, which is really easy. It's a French-inspired dessert that allows for celebrations of stone fruits coming back into season. Now serve it with the fruitiness of Clover Fruits of the Forest dairy snack for the ultimate taste of summer. And here to take us through this recipe is the G-Man.
Yeah, I love pushing my boundaries a little bit when I'm baking, especially with recipes that look really complex, or at least the end result looks like something that a master pâtissier must have made, but you can do it at home. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And there are two parts to our baking process here, and obviously we are heroing the stone fruit at the moment. We've got these beautiful plums, and these look gorgeously ripe plums
stunning.
As well.
I am a sucker for stone fruit. This is my favorite season.
For sure. No, I absolutely love it, and we are blessed to have some of the best produce in the world, so let's use them and hero them in the right way. So I'm going to start with our batter here, which is kind of a mix. We've got our egg whites, which we've separated, and we've whipped them up to a nice kind of relatively stiff peak on that side. And now I've got the egg yolks here, 4 of them that I'm going to mix in the various ingredients. I'll start with the wet. We've got some vanilla essence, and then we've got some beautiful cream. This is indulgent, but it's not over the top. So I think what I like about this is it's like a great lunchtime dessert or a high tea snack or something like that. That's not going to overwhelm you with its sweetness. There's some subtle flavors in there as well. And again, we hero the fruit. So I'm going to start mixing up my wet ingredients, ramp that up a little bit.
There we go. And I'm just here slicing
just doing
stone
this,
fruit.
And you are allowed to snack as you go, girl. You are allowed.
I've actually kept these little bits for myself because it's a bit difficult to cut around the pip. That's for me.
No, you chew around the pip. I think that's how it works.
We do not waste.
No, exactly. And we really do have a zero waste policy in this kitchen. It does help that we make really amazing food as well. There we go. Mixing in now my caster sugar. And then I'm going to mix in the flour, and then the key is going to be incorporating the wet with our egg whites in a way that doesn't knock out too much of the air, I'm told. Just handle with care, but you can see the batter starting to look beautiful already.
And speaking of wet ingredients, we are heroing our Clover Fruits of the Forest dairy snack. It has a creamy taste with a crunchy fruit, and you can use that for any flavor. In fact, you can use any flavor for the topping. We have decided to go for the strawberry and cranberry, which will pair really well with the stone fruit that we've got. And with a source of 7 vitamins, try Fruits of the Forest with cereal for those morning commutes. It's ready to enjoy anywhere. And as you can see, G-Man is busy placing that batter and folding it gently into the egg whites.
Yeah, look, our egg whites have stood for a little bit, so they've separated a little bit. But as I said, the key thing here is to not to knock too much air out of this beautiful batter, because you want that aeration, you want a light and delicious, beautiful pastry. Okay, so what you can start doing now is some of those slices you're going to place at the base.
At the base
of our baking tin here. Then we're going to add the batter to that. Okay, this is actually starting to incorporate nicely. And just don't rush the process. Yes, lovely. And if you're wondering, our dairy snack, because I absolutely adore it on its own, and they've gone so far in creating these nuanced flavors. In this case, as you said, the perfect pairing for our stone fruit, our plum. What we're going to do is we'll drizzle our Fruits of the Forest on once we are finished.
Okay.
Okay, for the sake of TV, I'm going to now introduce some of our batter. Do we have a...
You can add that.
Have a spoon.
Here's a spoon, but this is for the drizzling.
Yeah, no, you keep that for the yogurt.
There we
so
go.
We're just going to cover our stone fruit. You will get a little bit of a rise out there, but I can just see already this batter is so light and aerated. Then this goes into the oven, 15 minutes, whip it out, and then once you'll get a little bit of rise, then you can put the 2 or 3 pieces of the stone fruit on top of that, back into the oven again for about 15 minutes or so. When it comes out, it's going to look gorgeous like this. It's going to be dense and light at the same time. It's an amazing thing to achieve. And then, of course, we round it off with our Fruits of the Forest. And I think we need a professional food taster. In fact, a man who's been training his whole life for this moment. Majozi, please step in here, my friend. You know, I always used to think you were a really big guy because you have such small guitars.
Yeah.
Now that I see you in person, I actually, you know, I get the perspective. Buddy, we've created something special just for you. We knew you were coming. Okay. So you can have them all. Give it a taste. We are trying to create something that is light, it's delicious, it's got a bit of density in it as well, beautiful caramelized texture on the outside.
I need to taste too. I've got the one that's got our dairy.
That's all yours.
Just letting you know that I'm breaking my detox that I've been on for 9 days for you guys, especially. My wife is gonna kill me.
Okay, she can kill us as well.
It's good, right?
This no spit pot. Hey, how's that?
Definitely worth. I
was going to say, if you're going to break a 9-day detox, this is the way to do it. I'm so sorry, buddy, but you had to expect something was going to happen in this kitchen. This is beautiful, it's fresh, and it's really easy to make, and you get this kind of end result. Absolutely spectacular.
I believe your wife is quite a good cook.
She is a very good cook, but...
Why are you guys on a detox?
Because she's a very good cook.
Well, there we go. There we go. There we go. Exactly.
Trying to get ready for summer.
100%, 100%.
Well, we are here for the summer fruits. Of course, if you want to get your hands on this recipe, it's available on our website, expressoshow.com. And if you've missed any of the steps, yeah, it's a recap for you.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
The number of times you're going to hit snooze. How many excuses you're going to make. And the amount of obstacles that are going to stand in your way.
0.
That's also the amount of sugar in the new Energade Zero sports drink. With zero compromise on taste and performance. Step up your game with new Energade Zero. It's what you put in.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Indeed, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. Happy Wednesday to you. It's the start of a brand new day.
It is a happy Wednesday. Hopefully you watched the show yesterday or perhaps had your eyes on social media because Tropica announced that our very own Katlego is the island host of the All-Star season. That's right. Hashtag Kat is back.
Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
Oh, if you've missed it, we have a very special message from Catman himself.
Tropica Island of Treasure Season 10. The All-Star season is back, and to be back as the host is such an incredible feeling for me. There's so much excitement because I know the ins and outs of the show, what it involves for the contestants, for the All-Stars, and for the Smooth fans on the show itself. And for me, playing the role of host and games master all in one has always provided me with a challenge that I found exciting, engaging, and I know that every one of those contestants on the show are going to be super engaged and really want to push their best to get to the ultimate and smoothest prize in the history of the competition. I'm excited to be back, and I can't wait for you to see what the All-Star season has in store.
Oh, lots of excitement. We said this was going to be the season with lots of drama, lots of surprises.
Twists all around.
All kinds of twists. So don't miss Katlego's surprise arrival on the island this Saturday at 6:30 in the evening on S3. We cannot wait.
Me too. Very, very excited for that. And then also a reminder that you too can stand a chance to win big with Tropica Island of Treasure when you buy a Tropica. All you need to do is buy a Tropica promotional pack, then follow the details details on that pack to enter and stand a chance to win your share of thousands of smooth prizes. And trust me, there's a lot. There's a
Well, just to look at some of these prizes, you can win yourself some airtime, data, AEG fridges, Island Tribe hampers, Rest Assured beds, plus limited edition Tropica bags, towels, tents, cooler bags and cushions to make sure you have a smooth summer.
Absolutely. And of course, the more Tropica you buy, the more chances you stand to win. And T's and C's can be found on clover.co.za. See you on Saturday.
Something big is coming this Saturday evening on Tropica Island of Treasure All-Stars. Catch me, Katlego Mabue, your island host, as I welcome our 7 teams to the Seychelles.
But what a twist, what a twist.
This is the moment you've all been waiting for. And they are off. It's a painstaking process.
Now what do? Just calm down.
Let the games begin on Tropica Island of Treasure All-Stars, Saturday evenings at 6:30, only on S3.
There hasn't been a dull moment on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Thank you for tuning in, and you're just in time because we have singer-songwriter Majozi on your Feel Good Breakfast show stage for 2 brilliant musical performances. Here he is with his first one, Lazy. I'm not calling you lazy, but the song is called Lazy. There we go. This one's by Easy Freak.
Okay.
Nothing can come between your heart and my love. Let's spend our days just loving on each other. Let's get a little lazy, hey. It doesn't matter what we do, as long as I am here with you. Just sit back, relax, put your feet up too on the couch, vibing out. Let's get a little lazy, hey. Let's get a little, let's get a little, let's get a little lazy. Let's get a little, let's get a little, let's get a little lazy. Let's get a little, let's get a little, let's get a little lazy. Let's get a little, let's get a little, let's get a little lazy. I've been thinking about you every day, can't wait for you to come around. 'Cause baby, you're my favorite. You make everything feel better when I'm feeling down. So won't you come back round? Not a thing to do, this world has got us locked up. Nothing can come between your heart and my love. Let's spend the days just loving on each other. And get a little lazy. much, vibing out, let's get a little lazy.
Majozi on your Feel Good Breakfast show with his song Lazy. He is here to unlock his 100%. That was 50% of his performance. We've got another 50 coming for you before 9 o'clock, so stay tuned.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's on fire in this kitchen. We really have been having so much fun. Welcome back to our noodle-themed hotline. And we have learnt a thing or two when it comes to instant noodles today. But Clem, we know, has an ace up his sleeve. Okay, I've been dropping hints all morning about ramen, about meat, about all the things I love, and the fact that you can take the humble instant noodle and elevate it to gourmet levels.
And this one is quite
It's
fancy.
proper, buddy.
Look, it's a special occasion when you're not going to make this every day. But it's worth making, believe me.
You could make it every day. Let's just say if you're that guy, you could make it. But first, I've got to connect with you. Of course, we put it to you guys, how you make your noodles. We wanted to find out. So let's find out exactly how our latest viewer makes their instant noodles. And of course, our crew eat all the noodles, and they've been chowing down and going to be living like kings this morning. But let's see how they take their instant noodles.
Make it on the stove top, boil it, turn it off, let it cool down, take all the water out, then put the seasoning on so you get maximum flavor value.
Crunch it in the pack, into the bowl. Spice on the dry noodles. Fill water to just cover noodles. 2.5 minutes in, done. Mix it in. At the end, don't throw that water out, because when the noodles are done, soup time. It's soup.
Woo!
So I just boil it in some water and then add the spice mixture, and then once it comes out I add fresh tomatoes, spring onions, a little bit more spice and sauce.
So the way I make my 2-minute noodles are on the stove with some water. Once it's cooked, we drain the water, we add in the seasoning, we mix, and maybe a soft-boiled egg.
So I usually make my 2-minute noodles with frozen veggies on the stove. I'm old school like that because I like the veggie, and then I get nigiri, like seaweed type vibes.
Yeah.
Put
seaweed in there.
Nice.
I put it in a bowl, then I boil the kettle and I throw the water on it. Wait till it gets a bit soft, but then 2 minutes is never 2 minutes. Then I put it in the microwave and then I heat it up for like another 3 minutes. Then it's nice and soft, drain my water, put my spice on it. Eat it in less than a minute.
My 2-minute noodles is never 2 minutes, it's 5 minutes. I like to bouge it up, so I have like mushrooms and tomatoes, and then once I'm done with my 2-minute noodles, I add some crumb chicken to make it that more filling.
Bunch of mad scientists we work with. Some great ideas there.
All different.
Everyone is different. I thought this was going to be a divisive day, but it's actually uniting us because I think everybody has their own little style, additive method, that X factor to elevate their noodles. So whether you're doing it on a budget or not on a budget, like we are right now, you can have so much fun. Okay, so this is about as close as I'm ever going to come to creating ramen myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so please show me how. We've got a beautiful slab of meat there, sirloin by the looks.
A beautiful sirloin. And I actually thought about it now. You could probably make 5 portions of noodles using this one piece of meat. So let me tell you how I'm doing it. So I popped the steak into the freezer for half an hour because we're going to thinly slice it.
Oh,
and that just helps you get like that thin slice.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the fat off, but don't throw it away because it's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
And we're going to make some beef fat roasted potatoes.
100%.
Keep that.
That's
keep
gold.
that.
Yeah, absolute gold.
So,
how would you keep that? In a freezer bag?
In a freezer bag, in a little baggie, but do mark it.
Okay,
Mark
date.
it, label
Put
it.
the date on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay. Christmas, we're coming for you.
While you slice up the steak, I want to hear from Anne, one of our viewers, to find out how she takes her noodles.
Morning, Expresso. My name is Anne.
Morning.
I normally do my 2-minute noodles with a bit of lemon juice while I prepare it, and then I throw off all the water and I add lemon juice and my spices. Then with a Durban curry.
Oh, Durban curry is the one she's going for. Yeah, look, I mean, I grew up, there was pretty much only chicken and beef. Now you've got so many delicious flavors. We've got our, I could almost just snack those right now.
And you could, but we're going to kind of create more surface area because we're going to cook the steak in the hot broth from the nudes.
Ah.
Okay? So I'm going to ask you to put those down in a piece of paper, cover it again. Got a rolling pin for you.
Okay. Oh,
give it a good whacky whack, just to kind of like space them out a little bit. To our bowl, and we're gonna, this is what I love about this dish, everything happens in the bowl you're actually gonna serve your noodles in. So to our bowl, we're gonna go with our new favorite ingredient, the chili crisp. Okay, chili
yeah,
crisp
I have a feeling this is going to sell out today.
It's going to, I'm telling you. Chili crisp goes in.
And look, whether you're a fan of chilies or not, this is amazing. Not at all hot, like just a bit of warmth, I would say, but the texture and the flavor in that oil, just amazing. So how do I do? Do I just roll, bash,
it's
just
up
smash?
to you. You can give it a. There we go. Remember the piñata from our birthday?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So do this.
When I almost bashed Zoe in the head. I'm sorry,
Zoe.
Zoe.
Almost took out half of espresso with one swipe. Thanos, right there. Boom. You didn't pick a whole out. But yeah, give it some love. There we go.
Hey,
to
that's
this, I'm going to
looking
add a little bit of green chili. A little bit. I mean, also you know who you're cooking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
If you dig it, do it.
A little bit of ginger. So where did I go? That was chili, ginger, a little bit of garlic.
A little bit of garlic.
Okay. A little bit of soy sauce.
Okay.
Oh my word, I just said that, and Zoe's like right next to me and I can feel it looking at me. She got the piñata stick again.
I think this is her vibe. She's already eating the food. I think she's been sneaking in here and eating. Every time the camera's off our food, she comes in and sneaks a noodle.
That's okay. That's okay. So a little bit of sesame oil, super fragrant. Okay.
And this is the Zhuzh sesame oil, hey?
Yes, it is. It is.
Because the flavor profile on this is exquisite, and a little goes
a long way.
Very
And
long
you can
way,
smell
please,
that.
eh? Oh, that's amazing. You actually just, to make something Asian, pretty much my go-to is just put a drop of sesame oil.
There we go.
You're like, oh, wow.
Absolutely.
This is
So I'm going to ask you to add the steak to that.
Okay.
We're going to let the flavors marry. And what happens when you get married? You multiply. What's going to multiply in that bowl? Flavor. How do I come up?
Are you trying to tell us something?
No. Hey.
Are you trying to tell us something?
Hey. Okay. Steak goes in. Steak goes in. As soon as it's done, that's fine. It's okay.
No one gets left behind.
You're going to give it a mix, and there's enough flavor in there to really kind of like cure the steak, but we're going to go one step further. And I mean, steak, you can eat this like this. It will be so good.
I was going to say, that's pretty delicious as is, but I suppose the key here now is we've kind of changed the mode of the meat.
The mode of the meat?
The mode of the meat, so it's a completely different principle to cooking now. Normally, like, I mean, you've taught me how to cook a phenomenal steak. This is a different vibe, so this is about quick. Hey, just get it in and out.
Yeah, and you're not looking for that char, you're looking for velvety texture. So I've added the seasoning to it. Am I doing this right? Here we go. I'm a lefty. You could steak
hot
in
the
broth,
bowl, hot broth, and that's going to cook it as
it's going to cook it. And you want to make it. You want this to be a full bowl. Did you see how Kat did that thing when he went?
Yeah.
At the end, you want to just all that broth. But we're not done.
To the noodle song. We're not even finished yet. Okay, well, you put the finishing touches. Let's hear from our viewers now how they take their noodles. Lay it down.
Good morning, Expresso. I make my noodles in the microwave, and then I add some grated cheese with some garlic and mayonnaise and chilies. Thank you.
And some mayonnaise, bit of cheese, bit of mayonnaise. People are pushing the boat out.
I love it. I love it. Okay, cheese goes on. We know what's going to happen to the cheese. It's going to start melting.
Melts beautifully.
We're going to add a few slices of jalapeno. Again, it's not hot, hot, hot. It's just like a hum.
For me, this kind of heat goes beautifully. It's almost kind of pushing into the Thai space a little bit, where they use chili for flavor, not for heat.
Here we go.
Yeah, and that's a key thing to remember, is you're going to get the warmth, which just, I think, allows you to appreciate a meal with your olfactory senses, the whole kind of sensory overload. It's not just about the taste. But I think that's where Thai cuisine really gets it right, is how to use chili for flavor.
There we go. Thai cuisine also very big on texture. We had some crispy onions on there. Okay, what else have we got here? Let's go with a little bit of sriracha.
Sriracha.
Okay, give it a little drizzle.
And you were telling me there's a new family member on the sriracha team.
If you haven't tried the smoky sriracha from Willie's, get your hands in it, and then just don't put it on food. Just open the bottle
and just drink it, glug, 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 glug.
Just do it, just do it.
And
okay,
that's it.
That's it. So what I do is, while it's still piping hot, you know you can't go in right now, it's still hot. During that time that it sits and it cools down slightly, it's gonna cook that steak, but you don't tell anybody that there's steak in it. Then they start eating, and then boom.
And they
steak.
Can I try?
You know what? If you are brave enough to go in, try the heat. I'm gonna clear some space for you.
Ooh.
And also with ramen's you're allowed to slurp.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sure you're supposed to.
Show me that.
Hello, my little friend. Who else is here? Have you got some friends? Hello.
Look how that's cooked. Look.
Hey, and that's beautiful. It's slightly pink. It looks
we might get some very hot food action right now.
I know give us that. I was going to do the whole swing around slurp.
Get in it. Okay. Brave. It's hot. Tell me about the texture of the steak. Tell me about the broth flavor. Tell me about the noodles. Tell me about how it all comes together. Tell me how it's changed your life. Tell me how you're a better person after tasting that. Tell me how your life is just completely just like...
If it weren't for the flavor, my mouth wouldn't have even noticed the steak.
Okay.
It just dissolved into my mouth. Absolutely beautiful. The layers of flavor, you don't even notice the heat. It just comes as an afterthought, this beautiful warmth. The layers of flavor through there. My mouth is still unpacking that. Absolutely beautiful. But the winner, the broth.
The broth. How many Graham's Engels out of 10 do you give this? How many Engels?
8 Engels het op my...
You know, behind the angels did something to Graham.
Off my tongue. Absolutely beautiful. That is incredible. And these are instant noodles, my friend.
You're an instant gem, my friend.
You're an instant hit. You're an instant superstar. Well, if you can top this, if you can make instant noodles that are better than these gourmet, I'm going to call them ramen. I know it's not officially ramen, but this is the closest that I've ever come to creating something like that. Absolutely beautiful. The flavors are so punchy. It's delicate, and it really didn't take us a lot to make this, man.
No, no.
This is special.
8 Engels.
8 Engels. Op my tongue. I'm having fun.
Dad, I hope you're ready before I go. Guys! Okay, guys, come on, come on.
Waarom Benna? Ik doe tuna.
We connect all of Mzansi so that everyone can be more of what they're made of. Live your Munati.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Wednesday morning and it's been absolutely lovely to be in your company, as well as the company of Majozi, who's about to perform for us. But apparently, bro, the nation wants to know.
Yes.
How do you take your noodles, bro? They want to know. How do you make yours?
I'm going to disappoint you and say I do not have noodles.
You don't eat noodles?
Yeah, sorry, guys.
You didn't go through that student phase where you were chowing noodles because budget was low?
Sure, no.
Must be nice! But listen, it's been amazing having you here. What's the December gig guide looking like?
Looking very busy at the moment, which I'm very stoked about. I can't announce all the dates yet, but please come through, check my Majozi music, Instagram, all my handles, support the rest of the South African artists, come through, have a lekker December with us, and it's going to be amazing.
Hey, we're going to have a lekker Wednesday right now with this song. One of my favorites of recent times is called Little Dance. It's by Neon Dreams featuring Majozi. Take it away!
It's a lifestyle. I told you I don't need a night out. My bank account be looking nice now. I hit the kitchen with my eyes out in my nightgown. I'm on my own way. My mama asking if I'm okay. I'm okay, mama. I said I'm done with my old ways, mama. But if you really wanted to know, get sick when I try to run from it. Stand too quick when your lips give out. Mind plays tricks like, why am I scared of this? When it's all said and done, you don't need to rush. We've got time in our cups. Yeah, it's just a little dance under the sun. Size. 100 demos on my hard drive, and they're all dimes. I took the long way. My mama asking if I'm home safe. I'm home safe, mama. I do not speed on the freeway, mama. But if you really wanted to know, I get sick when I try to run from it. Sound too quick and your lips give out. Tricks like, why am I scared of this? When it's all said and done, you don't need to rush. We've got time in our cups. Yeah, it's just a little dance under the sun. And nobody knows how this life will unfold. Yeah, it's just a little under the sun. Don't need to rush. We've got time in our cups. Yeah, it's just a little dance under the sun. Here we go. 'Cause it's just a little dance. Yeah, it's just a little dance. Yeah, it's just...
This spring, here's to Mother Nature and all the other mums who bring wonders into our world. Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.